The Space Coast Daily High School Football Game of the Week is on the air, and tonight we've got a wonderful Brevard County matchup. Two teams that know a little bit about each other. That's for certain over the years, as the Holy Trinity Tigers travel down to Melbourne Central Catholic to take on the Hustlers of MCC. A pleasant good evening, everyone. J.C. Meyerholtz along with Zach Lark. We'll hear from Zach in just a moment. Both these teams were successful in their kickoff classics last week. And for Holy Trinity, they had a long bus ride to Fort Myers, but in the end it was worth it as they defeated Southwest Florida Christian 14-7. They're on the direction of Hurley Brown, who's in his third year. He's a former coach at Merritt Island. And for MCC, under first-year head coach Willie Tillman, a convincing win last week over Lake Brantley, 45-6. Lake Brantley certainly not helped themselves. They had a bunch of penalties, and MCC certainly bounced on that fact. The spice for tonight's game is that Brogan McNabb, who was the quarterback for Holy Trinity last year, is the quarterback for MCC this year. And McNabb looked awfully good last week. He threw 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers. MCC's got a high-powered offense. They have a bunch of skilled players who have very good speed. So this should be a good matchup. Again, two teams who traditionally are pretty strong in Brevard County. And I have a new partner this year, Zach Clark. And Zach, great to be with you. And what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, great to be with you, JC, and I'm very excited here to be kickoff week 1 of the high school football season. And in general, football is back, and we are very excited here for the football to be able to, give you the greatest coverage here at MCC Hustlers, and a new first-year head coach, Willie Tillman era begins, and we are very excited about this game. And of course, Hurley Brown, and with the job that he's done across this county, all the work he did up at Merritt Island all those years. He's down at Holy Trinity. He had a good year last year, 7-4, a solid year. Now he comes into this year looking to try to be able to maybe have a deeper playoff run with this program.
Well, these two teams have something in common in the same club and the C-10 last year as Trinity Catholic, a powerhouse up in Ocala, defeated MCC 38-14 to end their season. Prior to that, Holy Trinity lost to Trinity Catholic up in Ocala as well. But both teams, of course, made the playoffs last year. Holy Trinity has a 6-year run. The co-captains are trying to make deal for the co-captains for MCC. Number 5, Norman McNabb. Number 7, Justin Woolard. Also the big guy, number 75, Noah Ostrander. And number 12, Armani Williams. We'll give the Holy Trinity co-captains in a moment, as my view is currently blocked. I see one of them out there, number 12. Is Forrest Butler, who's going to be the starting quarterback, and if anybody can benefit for Holy Trinity, it's Forrest Butler, because he was the backup quarterback to McNabb last year, and again, McNabb is now playing for the opposing team, MCC. Holy Trinity has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. They're going to move from left to right, and MCC is going to move from right to left as the co-captains continue to shake hands. Jaden McMillan, another one of the captains for MCC, along with Caden Jacquez, and also number 8, Dylan Jensen. So the pregame festivities are about to wrap up as both teams are officially going to take the field.
First time since 2014.
Very exciting times here, JC. Great to be on here with you with another season of high school football across the county. We're very excited about this game, a big rivalry matchup here to kick off week 1 of the high school football season. And we should have quite the contest here today. And both of these teams, I think, are going to have really good seasons this year. I think we got both squads. They got a lot of talent across the board. Obviously, you got 2 private schools, got some money to be able to throw around as well, to be able to help with their facilities and everything else in this football team. But this is going to be very exciting, and I'm very excited to be able to kick off the football season with you. And what a way to start with a rivalry matchup in week 1 of a high school football season.
Yeah, you and I are going to have about a 10-week date, so I'm looking forward to that. So MCC again, 9-3 last year, again losing to Trinity Catholic, who ended up being the state runner-up, so really no shame in losing to them. And again, Holy Trinity, 7-4 last year, and they lost to Trinity Catholic the week before, and then Trinity Catholic took on MCC as the Holy Trinity Tigers, dressed out in white with blue shorts. They take the field on the far side of the field. Again, Hurley Brown, their third-year head coach. And MCC is about to take the field. I tell you, MCC's uniforms, they kind of look like a bunch of bumblebees. It's mostly yellow with green numbers and yellow helmets. Maybe a little bit like Oregon State. So they are really showcasing the yellow. And again, Holy Trinity in white. Looks like we're going to have good weather tonight. Again, we had a little bit of a rainstorm earlier today as the Hustlers will be on the near sideline carrying the American flag. That is Noah Ostrander doing the honors. He is going to be a load for the Holy Trinity offense to try and stop tonight. Ostrander was frequently in the backfield of Lake Brantley last week, and he helped contribute to the 45-6 romp that MCC had over Holy Trinity. Cheerleaders out on the track looking good as well for MCC. In fact, let's give the officials while we have a chance. The referee is going to be Scott Corso, umpire Tom Anello, the linesman Kevin Holder, the line judge is going to be Trey Gordon, the side judge Michael Bauer, and the field judge is Anthony Turner.
JC, when you look at this game, what are you looking for? The keys to the victory for NCC?
Well, I think just to get their players out in open space, because I mean they've got a lot of speed. Guys like Flores and Bonenberger and Willard.
Athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm.
Rotation right now.
Strengthen the strength to play to the best of their ability and instill in them the spirit of sportsmanship, so that through their words and actions all may know your presence. Following in the footsteps of St. Francis of Assisi, let us be stewards of fairness, humility, and integrity. We ask this in your name. Amen.
And now we're going to have our national anthem.
Okay, this court. Give me that court. Yeah. All right, that's where you're going to go. Thank you.
Good crowd on hand for today's game. Again, big rivalry. We expect a big crowd for this season opener. Our national anthem from Hustler Stadium on the campus of Melbourne Central Catholic. Again, Holy Trinity won the toss, and they elected to receive, so no deferment on their part. Again, they're going to be moving left to right, MCC from right to left. In fact, let's give the Holy Trinity offense. Their starting quarterback is last year's backup quarterback, and that's Forrest Butler. So he had very modest statistics because Brogan McNabb was very talented and did not get hurt. Butler was 9 for 13, 110 yards, no touchdowns, and had one interception. So again, it's still an open book on him, and he had a pretty good game last week against Southwest Florida Christian. In the backfield, he's going to be joined by a sophomore who has a lot of good speed, and evidently is also a very good baseball player. In fact, he was All-American in baseball last year. That is Caden Jacquez. He'll be joined in the backfield by number 25, Jordan Osborne. The starting receivers are going to be Jaden McMillan, along with Duke Butler, with Dylan Jensen and Miles Smith also expected to see action. The center is going to be TJ Mills. The two guards are Jaden Kamika and Xavier Faison, and the two tackles are Nicholas Roms and Oliver Esmailzadeh. I'm going to have a lot of fun with his name. Again, he is the right tackle. We'll give the MCC defense in just a moment, but teeing the ball up, a very good kicker. He had a great game last week, 42-yard field goal against Lake Brantley. That is Will Stewart, and his kickoffs were pretty deep. So here we go on this Friday night in Melbourne, and here's the kickoff. And it's taken at the 5-yard line up to the 20 and about the 22-yard line. So that's going to be a That's going to be a 17-yard return.
Number 12 for the Tigers, Forrest Butler on the return.
And that was Forrest Butler. Wow, the quarterback taking the kickoff back.
They're already getting on the stat sheet there, and right on the kickoff quarterback. We're going to see both of these squads be able to do both things on both sides of the ball with how they're limited on their roster space. Obviously, for Holy Trinity, got a little bit of a smaller roster, but you can see we'll be calling both sides of the ball with both of these guys sometimes here tonight.
One of the best receivers in the
We got Dylan Jensen split out to the right side along with Duke Butler. Again, under center is Forrest Butler. So we got the Butler brothers out there. The handoff goes around the left side. It goes to McMillan, and he'll gain very little, maybe a yard. In fact, maybe a yard gain. And the line of scrimmage will be the 22. It'll be second down. Well, actually, no gain. Second down and 10. You know, Zach, it's interesting you brought that up. So 2 years ago when Hurley Brown took over, heading into the fall, he had only 12 players on the roster. So the roster has gotten a lot bigger since then. Need a whole lot of football players to form a team. Jensen split out to the right. It'll be a second down and 10. Back to pass is Butler. And a short pattern. Ball caught by Jensen. He'll gain a couple as they put the sticks down at about the 27. So it's going to be third down at about 6.
Good opportunity here for MCC to get off the field here with a 3 and out. An opportunity third down and about very long here for Holy Trinity, and a good opportunity for MCC to get a 3 and out to begin this game.
Andreas Spencer Rodriguez is checked in offensively. We're going to see some of him on defense, but he's in on offense as well. In fact, he's going to line up, looks like a tight end. So third down and called 6 from about the 27. Again, shotgun is Forrest Butler against 6'2 senior. We got triple receivers out to the right. Butler takes a snap. He's looking near side, and the ball's incomplete. Pass was well away from number 10, Andreas Spencer Rodriguez. So it's going to be a 3 and out, and Holy Trinity will have to punt.
Good stand there by that MCC defense. There wasn't much to really go to for Holy Trinity. Even if he would have completed that pass, he would have been short of the sticks. So good coverage there by that MCC defense, and now a great opportunity to get some good field position.
So it's fourth down and 6. And Roan Wright is going to be the punter. Wright is standing on his own 13-yard line. Signals being called. Relatively short kick. It's going to bounce right at the midfield spot. And the MCC guy is going to let it go. That is Justin Woolard. He did not field that ball. And that'll be about a 35-yard kick with about a 7-yard roll. So we'll see MCC on offense for the first time. And again, the real spice of this game is that Broden McNabb was the starting quarterback for Holy Trinity last year. But, of course, with the transfer portal starting off in college and transcending to the high school level, I mean, players can move around, you know, pretty well. And McNabb is now with the MCC. So going against his former mates, he knows a lot of these Holy Trinity players, to be sure. So McNabb will start out in the shotgun. Empty backfield, 4 receivers kind of lined up somewhat consecutively over the right. Very interesting formation. So first down for MCC from their own 46. McNabb quick pass, it's incomplete. Trying to find Justin Woolard, but it was a little bit low and away from him. So that'll bring up a second down and 10.
I think if you're MCC, you know, just getting a couple comfortable passes, getting your quarterback in a little bit of a flow. I think that's what you're seeing with MCC. A little short pass over to the outside. A little bit misfire there by McNabb, but you know, a little nerves here. Week 1 of the high school football season, and still got great field position here. Second down and 10 coming up.
And the Huskers pretty much going with a no-huddle offense, and this time they send double receivers out to the right and the left, and it'll be a second down play from the 46. So again, no gain in that last play. Shotgun, rolling out McNabb. He did a lot of this last week, and he goes out of bounds. He'll gain about 3 up to about the 48-yard line. Again, McNabb overall last year completed 65% of his passes, and this is a great percentage. 17 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions. Great percentage there.
And a good job here by Willie Tillman, you know, getting his quarterback comfortable in the game. A little short pass on the right side was incomplete, but then also getting him into the run game as well, getting him comfortable, getting him into the flow of the game right here. Third down and about 7.
Last year, McNabb, rushing-wise, had 11 carries for 102 yards. I think he's going to top that this year. 3rd down and 6, just shy of midfield. And fake handoff. It's McNabb over the right side. He kept it, but it's going to be shy of a 1st down by about a yard. I would think here MCC is probably going to go for it on a 4th and 1.
Tempo is going to be very important for MCC to hear tonight, and also staying on schedule on offense. It's going to be very important for MCC here tonight. We'll be able to set up situations like this where you got a 4th down and about 2 yards to go here. Good opportunity here maybe for Holy Trinity to get a good stand, maybe get good field position on defense.
Called 4th down and 2 from the Holy Trinity 46. Once again, shotgun McNabb. He looks over toward the sidelines for guidance from head coach Willie Tillman. He's got number 4, Caden Kelly, besides him. Kelly will line up all over the place, sometimes in the backfield, otherwise as a slot receiver.
You know, JC, I wouldn't be surprised here if they tried to draw him off sides either.
That's always a possibility, yeah. So 4th and 2. And McNabb looking toward the sidelines. I think the clock's going to run out. And I think they called the timeout. So instead of taking the 5-yard penalty, timeout on the field, MCC.
You know, that's what you kind of expect here. Week 1 of the high school football season, you can kind of see some penalties early on in the year, and maybe that was a good job there by Holy Trinity, staying disciplined on that defensive front. Now it sets up a situation where the punting unit comes out for MCC. That's a pretty the risky call there for MCC if you decide to go for that. So you take the delay of game, back up 5 yards, try to pin Holy Trinity deep and rely on the defense.
All right, so this gives a little bit of room for Will Stewart, who is their kicker and their punter. Didn't have any punts last week because MCC scored 45 points. He did have 6 punts for a 33-yard average last week. He is standing on his own, a 35-yard line. Signals being called. And Stewart takes a snap, and it's blocked. That ball is loose at the 20-yard line. MCC trying to pounce on the ball. They pick it up, and he's knocked down at the 7-yard line. That was Andrew Zabinski picking up the block punt. As the MCC offensive line, who played very well last week, just letting the guy through, and clear sailing for Zabinski, who blocked it. And then the ball went about 20 yards backwards, and he pounced on the ball. I thought he was going to score, but he got knocked down just outside the 5.
Big play there, great job there by that Holy Trinity special teams. MCC was a little lax on their protection on that punt, and Holy Trinity capitalized on. Now I got an opportunity here in the Urban Automotive red zone.
So it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 6, so golden opportunity for Butler and the Tigers to get on the scoreboard. That is Jaquez directly behind Butler. And Jaquez will get it, and not very much yardage there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage as the swarming Hustler defense getting in. You had a bunch of guys getting in, including number 13, Daniel Tolliver.
They didn't waver whatsoever.
Also, Noah Flores was in on the tackle as well.
As they come out hot here, making
they had about 3 tacklers in that play. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 8. Again, a little bit of a windy night. Old Glory is swirling around a little bit. Again, cloudy skies. I don't think we have any chance of rain. Again, we had rain earlier.
But so far, I mean, that first 7.
Duke Butler is going to be split out to the far side along with Jaden McMillan. Again, McMillan, their big receiver from last year, 49 catches, 791 yards, and 7 touchdowns. 2nd and goal for the 8. And the snap goes to Butler, hands it off once again to Jaquez. Pretty much the same play and pretty much the same result. The Hustlers are right there to take the ball carrier down. I think that might have been Caleb Jones with the stop. He's one of the linebackers.
Great job there by Harlan Pete reading that play very nicely. Now set up a 3rd down and long here. He's got to get to the touchdown marker if you want to be able to get some points up on the board here for Holy Trinity. Don't know what their field goal game looks like. Could be 4-down territory.
Yeah, so it's 3rd and goal from the 9. So the Hustler defense trying to Katie bar the door. Triple receivers, actually quadruple receivers for Holy Trinity out to the left. Butler's looking that way. Now he takes it up the middle, and he's going to be shy of the goal line. Gets it inside the 5 before he's driven back. We got a late flag, though, possibly a face mask. I don't think it'd be a personal foul, but they might have grabbed the face mask, and that is really going to hurt MCC. It'll bring up a 1st and goal. We're still awaiting the call. Again, Scott Corso is our referee tonight.
Wow, this would be a huge call here. You stop him on 3rd and goal.
Otherwise, you can just toss it out from a quick screen.
Yeah,
And unnecessary penalty, too.
Yeah, it's my belief you should always tackle low and grab the legs and not worry about always getting the ball. Yeah, I know you always want to force a turnover and everything, but again, you grab the face mask, and that is not a good thing. They're still discussing the call, so I assume this penalty will be executed. And Scott Corso about to make the call here, as he's looking over toward Willie Tillman, who definitely wants to know what the information is. Wow, personal foul. That looked like just good gang tackling.
See, that's going to be an automatic first down.
That player just got ejected.
I'll tell you, Willie Tillman is an absolute gentleman, but he is pretty livid at this call. Great guy to talk to on the phone, but this is his coaching hat on now.
There's an ejection here.
There's an ejection here, JC.
Oh, really?
That's why Willie Tillman's so hot right now. He is not happy with this call.
This early on in the game.
All right, we're not sure who the ejection is.
Think it was 75.
Oh no, Ostrander, he is a big player. He's the nose guard. All right, well, let's get a fire up this NCC crowd. So Holy Trinity, with the beneficiary of that personal foul, has a 1st and goal from the 2. Once again, Butler quarterback, and Jacques is right beside him. Single receiver out to the left is Dylan Jensen. They'll be picked up by Howard DeWitt, and we're still not ready to get back into play. Now the referee, Scott Corso, continues to have a discussion with one of his officials. And Willie Tillman is still not through voicing his opinion.
I really don't blame him. I mean, if you
not getting one.
here in the first quarter and one of the players is thrown out because of a personal foul penalty, I mean, it's one of your main guys up front on the defensive line.
Well, again, Willie Tillman has to be careful. He could certainly be ejected. All right, 1st and goal for the 2. Shotgun Butler. He hands it off up the middle. Very close to the end zone is Jacques, but he gets stopped. Looks like he might have gained a yard, so it's somewhere around, it looks like it's inside the 1 yard line, 2nd and goal.
JC, they're definitely going to go for this on the half-yard line. You got to go for this. Even if you don't get it, you put MCC in just a terrible field position right on the half-yard line, so I would expect Holy Trinity to go for this.
Well, the personal foul penalty, wasn't that an automatic first down?
And not in high school ranks.
No?
In high school on a personal foul, it has to be an unsportsmanlike penalty to be able to get a first down.
Oh, my error on that. Okay, well, it's 4th and goal. Of course, just go for it. You're inside the 1. Be silly to kick a field goal. So Jensen is split out to the left, and I'm expecting a possible run here by Jacques as he lines up besides Butler. Also in the backfield is Kristen Gibson. The handoff goes, and it's a touchdown. Caden Jacques, a 1 yard touchdown run, and Holy Trinity able to take advantage of that somewhat controversial personal foul, and they lead it 6-0.
And on 4th and goal, Caden Jacques gets the season scoring.
So again, 1 yard touchdown run
on a nice little inside
by Jacques.
Right off the right guard for the touchdown as the Tigers strike first.
And double checking, this is 33, Gianluca Canales. He is the kicker for Holy Trinity. Butler is the holder. Signals being called. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So timeout of the field, 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Holy Trinity strikes first as they lead it by the score of 7-0. And let's take a break, and we'll be back. This is the high school football game of the week at SpaceCoastDaily.com.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Hi, JC Myold, Zach Clark, back at Hustler Stadium. It's Holy Trinity 7 and Melbourne Central Catholic nothing. So Holy Trinity will kick off for the first time. So again, Holy Trinity, they went 3 and out in their first drive, but in their second possession, they were able to block a punt and eventually score. They kind of took the scenic route to it, but they were helped out by an MCC penalty. And again, Jacques with the 1 yard touchdown run. So Canales will kick off for Holy Trinity.
Push it along.
And back deep, we got 0, Noah Flores. He's on the far side of the field. And Justin Willard on the near side. So Canales with a kickoff. Again, 6:07 to go first quarter, 7-0 Holy Trinity. Short kickoff. It'll be fielded by Flores at about the 10. Middle of the field, 15-20, 25-30, 35-40, 45-50. He's got 2 men to beat, and he's going to beat them. I do not see any flags on the field. Touchdown, MCC, about a 90-yard kickoff return by Noah Flores, who drove Lake Brantley absolutely crazy last week with his tremendous speed, and he does the same thing here to the Tigers. So Holy Trinity had the lead only so briefly, and now it's 7-6.
Boy, what a response by NCC, JC, in a moment where you just felt like you made a stop right on the goal line. You had the opportunity to turn it to a 4th and goal, and then you had the penalty. You give them another set of downs, or 3rd down and a 4th down, and bam, just like that, they get a touchdown. Big momentum killer right there. But then to grab it back, so big there for NCC to be able to do that on a kickoff. I mean, they have a special teams play of themselves after giving up the punt block earlier.
So Holy Trinity had the lead for about 14 seconds. From 6:07 to 5:53. All right, Will Stewart, tall, lanky young man, soccer-style kicker, as opposed to our kick is up. And he kicked his first, and just like that, we've got a high ball game with 5:53 to go in the first quarter. Holy Trinity 7 and Melbourne Central Catholic 7 as the cheerleaders are celebrating.
Special teams, the story so far in this game. It's the punt block, and now with the kickoff turn for a touchdown.
That return, I don't know if anyone got a hand
Game, special teams. It's the third facet of the game, and a lot of people sometimes forget that they got offense, defense, and special teams sometimes doesn't get that much focus when you're getting ready for the season. But special teams, that can be a difference in games, and you're just seeing it here right now. Both of these teams duking it out on the special teams.
You know, I would love to know the history of the NFL when one team has a special teams touchdown and the other one doesn't. What percentage of that time does the team win that has the special teams? Because it really is a nice luxury to have a kickoff return or a punt return, you know, for a touchdown. So, looks like we could have a great one tonight, folks. And we're just underway with 5:53 to go in the first quarter and tied at 7. So, Will Stewart, who kicked that extra point, is lining up for the kickoff from his own 35-yard line. Back deep, we got number 1, Jaden McMillan. One of the up people is Duke Butler. Again, he's the younger brother of Forrest Butler, the starting quarterback. Other up person is Andrew Zabitsky, who almost scored on that block punt. And now McMillan is going to switch sides with the other man that's back deep. So here comes Stewart with the kickoff. And he's got a booming leg, but this one's actually a short one. And it's going to be taken about the 13-yard line. Up to the 20, 25, it's McMillan. And McMillan with about a 15-yard return before he's taken down to the far side of the field. And one of the players getting him was 21, Jacoby Pelletier. So, for Holy Trinity, this will be their third series of downs. Again, 3 and out on their first drive, but then able to get the block punt.
Running the ball so far, minus the touchdown run.
So again, Forrest Butler out on the field. Again, just 9 for 13 last year as McNabb's backup, 110 yards. So again, kind of an open book on him, but he's a senior, so he's going to try and prove things this year. All right, split to the far side, we got Jensen, part of the double receivers with Butler, and to the right side is McMillan. Again, McMillan, a top-flight wide receiver. First down from the 29, handoff up the middle. And that'll go for about 5 yards, and that is Caden Jacquez, who again scored the touchdown. So he's going to gain about 5 up to the 35, and that will bring up a 2nd and 5 for Holy Trinity. So again, both these teams trying to get back to the playoffs. Again, MCC losing the second round to Trinity Catholic, and Holy Trinity losing to Trinity Catholic the week before. Again, traditionally 2 very successful programs. So we got McMillan split out far to the near side. 2nd down and 5. Play fake. Butler rolling out to the left, being pursued. He's going to be sacked. And he is sacked by 81 Will Warren, who's only a freshman. So a lot of high accolades for him being a freshman. I mean, he'll have at least 3 more years of varsity experience.
Great pursuit there by Will Warren. Another great opportunity here for this MCC defense. 3rd down and very long behind the sticks right now. What can you say about this MCC defense? I've actually been very impressed with them, considering that they only gave up a touchdown, but you gave up a touchdown when you're inside your own 10-yard line. You know, you get put in a bad position, but so far this defense has really shown some really great pursuit here on the defense side of the ball, which is what you expect with a really Tillman team.
All right, going to bring up a 3rd down to 14 as the MCC crowd is making a lot of noise. All right, shotgun, Butler, double receivers, right and left. Back to pass. Butler has time, now being flushed out of the pocket. He will get rid of it, far down the field, and it's caught. It's caught to the 10, to the 5, and that is a long reception by Dylan Jensen.
Flag is down.
And
It's a touchdown.
I guess a flag is down. Yeah, flag is down right near the goal line, so, I mean, I'm guessing probably a face mask or maybe another personal foul.
74.
That's what you call the broadcaster's curse there, JC, after just glowing reviews of the MCC defense. A huge bust there by that defense, going over the top at Holy Trinity, and now right on the half-yard line.
That was about a 75-yard hookup from Butler to Jensen.
Great throw. Great catch, too. I mean, he looked
So again, you can key on McMillan, but Jensen certainly has a lot of great ability. Jensen last year had 23 catches, 415 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So he's probably the number 2 receiver behind McMillan.
No touchdown was signaled, and they're not.
All right, the officials are conferring once again because there was a late flag, and again, Scott Corso, our referee, trying to sort things out.
If this is taunting, that great play is going to get called back.
And let's see what it is. And Scott Corso really didn't indicate anything. So it's Mystery Theater.
well, they are back in
He's
box.
Oh,
He's going to Hurley Brown right now, and he's going to explain what the call was.
That was an absolute.
all right, so it's a Holy Trinity penalty, which is kind of unusual on that kind of play.
Go back to the 17-yard line.
All right, so not terrible news for Holy Trinity, but they are backed up to their 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 16, so they need to get to the 6 to get a first down. They need 16 yards to get a touchdown. Once again, Jensen is split out far to the left, and to the near right side, it's McMillan and also Gibson. So Gibson listed as a tight end, but he's got to split out far wide. Well, again, the umpire is standing over the ball because Scott Corso continues to banter back and forth with Hurley Brown. It appears we might be ready to go unless, well, now Scott Corso is going to talk to Willie Tillman. I mean, you need equal time with the coaches. I can understand that.
That was just a beautiful throw there by Forrest Butler. The only place that his wide receiver would be able to catch that ball perfectly over the defender's stretched arms and hit it right into the right place. That was a beautiful throw there by Butler, and sets him up in a great position here in the Urban Automotive red zone.
And I didn't see what happened at the end. I mean, Butler was being pursued pretty heavily. I mean, he got the ball away just in the nick of time. I'll tell you, that was quite a throw, about 75 yards.
Considering it's at the 17.
Okay, misconduct penalty on Holy Trinity. What is going on out there? Okay, so that's the penalty that was called. Okay, what?
It is going to be a warning, so if there is another unsportsmanlike penalty by Holy Trinity, that's Sinclair, he will be ejected.
Oh, wow. All right, first down play. We got another flag down in the backfield. That might be a legal motion or something, but this should go against Holy Trinity, so we have a little bit of pushing, shoving out there by these two rivals.
Make no mistake about it, both of these teams do not like each other, and there is a lot of rivalry between these players.
Is it like Auburn and Alabama? They just can't stand each other?
It's something like that.
Or Harvard, Yale?
I remember it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, there's a little bit of animosity, and
It's Florida State.
I can name a bunch of rivalries, yeah. I think Auburn, Alabama is the most intense ever. I mean, that is life and death to those people in Alabama. All right, Scott Corso with another call here, as this game is slowed down to a snail's pace. with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. We got a false start, but that makes
Holy
sense.
Trinity play wasn't bad, but
In the position of a legal formation here for Holy Trinity, which is what you kind of expect for early on in the season. You're going to have some of these penalties about where people are going to line up, early movement up front, a lot of anxiousness on both sides of the ball. And right now, Holy Trinity is their own worst enemy now when they put themselves outside the red zone and going the wrong way. Going to have to get all the way down to the 8-yard line for a first down.
Well, I mean, they've been backed up about 15 yards. I mean, they had a first down at around the 5-yard line, and now the line of scrimmage is the 22.
at the MCC.
It is a first down play. Shotgun Butler. One receiver out to the near side. Another receiver out to the left. 2 men in the backfield besides Butler. One of them is McMillan, who I don't think lines up in the backfield that often. And now we got a delay on Holy Trinity. Wow. I know what you're saying about penalties piling up early in the season, but this is ridiculous.
You know, if I'm maybe Hurley Brown, I may want to take a timeout here, kind of regroup for everybody. You know, we're here in the first quarter. We still got 3:10 to go here in the first quarter, and we've had so much happen here in this first quarter. We still got a lot more to go. And
At this pace, it might be 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Hopefully things will pick up.
or 3:10 a.m.
Yeah, 3:10 is on the clock. All right, first down and overseas. Shotgun Butler. Again, they have to get to about the 7-yard line to get a first. Butler will hand it off, goes up the middle, and maybe about a 3-yard gain there, and went to Caden Jacquez, the sophomore. So that'll help a little bit, but only a gain of about 3. The line of scrimmage is the 24. They have to get to the 8. So that's going to be second down at about 16. Clock running, 2:45 to go first quarter. Again, we are tied at 7.
You know, one of the big things that happened here was the ejection there by Noah Ostrander. I just don't know how you try to replace somebody like your senior leader on the defensive line. It's going to be interesting to watch here throughout this game about how MCC is going to try to run some different wrinkles and try to eliminate that.
Yeah, again, Ostrander is a low to stop, but he is out of the game. Butler back to pass, first down in the pocket, and he'll get sacked. He will be sacked. So Harlan Dean, a very talented player, a senior, maybe can pick up the slack with Ostrander not being in the game.
As they say in the NFL, JC, next man up, and a good job there by the senior leader on the defensive front, kind of filling that need there for MCC after losing Ostrander for the rest of the game to the ejection. Third down and very long here, and a good position here for the MCC defense.
So again, we're at the 26-yard line, and it's third down and about over 20. Okay, shotgun, Butler in it. And let's see, do we have a timeout?
Player getting sent off the field.
No, being sent off the field is 2. That is Rico Butrago Jr., who's actually the backup quarterback to Butler, but he gets sent out. So Butler shotgun with Jacquez right beside him. Again, third down and about 20. Signals being called. Butler back to pass. Has time, looking toward the end zone for McMillan. And it's incomplete. So McMillan had a chance, could not come down with it. Great coverage by MCC. It was definitely double covered. Let's see, back there it looked like it was Howard DeWitt and Daniel Tolliver. So again, Holy Trinity had a golden opportunity to score after that long pass from Butler to Jensen, but again pushed back by 3 penalties. Now they might kick a field goal. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, Gianluca Canals is going to come out. Butler will be the holder.
This is going to be a 43-yard field goal here. This is by no means a gimme here. And you got the wind blowing from the kicker's left to right. So with that in consideration, you know, the wind is going a little bit swift.
All right, so this will be a good test for Canales.
And Hurley Brown, it's not called.
Now we got a timeout for Hurley Brown and Holy Trinity.
I think if you're Hurley Brown, you definitely want to think about this because this is a big ask for your kicker to kick a 43-yard field goal with the with wind blowing left to right. This is going to be kind of a challenging situation. You wouldn't be surprised maybe if it's like a little bit of a pooch kick, pooch punt here, maybe a direct snap to the kicker where he'll just pooch it right over and try to pin NCC deep.
Might be a good idea, yeah.
4-yard strike.
You look back at those Hurley Brown teams, they would execute that so well. It's when they had Brady Denenberg, who was one of the big name and one of the best kickers to ever come out of the county here. Hurley Brown's not afraid to utilize those special teams and pin you deep and make your offense go full 90 yards. That is much more challenging than trying to kick a 43-yard field goal into the wind, which on week one, maybe you give a kicker a chance, but with an opportunity to be able to pin the offense deep and the end zone.
I'm trying to remember, didn't they go to Penn State?
He went to Syracuse. He was actually a captain as a freshman, so he's going to be a sophomore this upcoming season.
Okay, Syracuse. Okay. All right, the ball is down at the 33, so it's going to be a 43-yard attempt, and by all indications, Holy Trinity will go for this, and now Butler is going to the sideline.
I'm not sure what's going on here with confusion about who's going to be holding the snap.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. A little bit of confusion way to be on the field.
Okay, Enrique Butrago, the backup quarterback, is going to be the holder. Canales with the kick. It's going to be well short. It's going to go in the end zone.
That had no chance.
20-yard line. So yeah, this is a very short kick. And again, a lot of confusion by Holy Trinity to get the right personnel on the field. I mean, Butler is listed as the holder, so I'm not quite sure why they want to Butrago out. But maybe that Holy Trinity, if this is a really close game, every drive is kind of magnified, and not scoring in that drive is very disappointing.
Well, absolutely. You make a great play like that, and then have it be negated by an unsportsmanlike penalty, and then you have a couple illegal formation and delay a game, and kind of kicked yourself a little bit if you're Holy Trinity, putting yourself in a great position, and then you back out and you don't even get any points from it. So a good opportunity here for MCC to capitalize on that.
All right, so the Hustlers will take over. First down for the 20. Shotgun McNabb, 2 receivers left. He'll hand it off the middle. He runs to Flores, who has that big kickoff return for a touchdown of about 90 yards, and he picks up a lot of yards here. It's a gain of about 20 up to the 38-yard line, and a first down for the Hustlers.
MCC is going to want to move very fast here. Only got 1 minute left here in the quarter, but they would love nothing more to be able to try to move this ball really quick before the end of this quarter and catch Holy Trinity off guard here. This is a great position here for MCC to move the ball very quickly.
So triple receivers out to the right. Again, MCC used so many different formations against Lake Brantley last year. Really kept Lake Brantley on their toes, and they couldn't deal with it very well. So McNabb, shotgun, with Flores beside him. Fake to Flores, and it's McNabb. Big hole up the middle, 45, 50, and actually shy of the 50 to about the 49-yard line, and he'll gain about 12, and that'll be another first down for the Hustlers. So back-to-back first downs early on this drive as we're down to 23 seconds to go in the quarter. The clock stopped momentarily.
MCC going to move very fast. Probably try to get another play off here and catch Holy Trinity off guard a little bit. One of the problems that Holy Trinity has is they have a very small roster, so a lot of their players are working defense and offense. This is an opportunity where you can try to wear them out a little bit. MCC looking like they're not going to try to run another play here with underneath 5 seconds now.
All right, so that's going to do it for the first quarter. A very highly entertaining first quarter as the clock does run out. So that's the end of the first quarter with the score Holy Trinity 7 and Melbourne Central Catholic 7. So we'll take a break and be right back. This is the Space Coast Daily High School Football Game of the Week.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day. And all at no charge, thanks to our successful advertising clients. and also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today.
It is first down.
All right, we're back for the second quarter. The teams switch sides of the field, so left to right will go MCC. McNabb shotgun will hand it off to Flores, who breaks free again, and he's going to gain about 12 up to the 38-yard line. You know, I think Flores is on pace for a 200-yard total game. Again, a 90-yard kickoff return and a lot of nice runs rushing already so far. And we're only early in the second quarter, 9 seconds in. So again, tied at 7. Again, J.C. Meyer holds Zach Clark here on the Space Coast Daily High School Football Game of the Week. Got some other games that we're covering tonight, including a big one over in O'Galley against the Vero Beach Indians. All right, shotgun formation. First down from the 38 for the Hustlers. And fake handoff Flores. McNabb will keep it around the right side, and he'll gain about 3. Some good tackling there by MCC to prevent a bigger gain. Into the stop, 59, Oliver Ismailzadeh.
Try saying that 3 times, JC.
Yeah, just like it's spelled, though, Ismailzadeh. Yeah. Good Scrabble word.
Oliver E.
Okay. I could shorten it, yeah. All right, so the gain is to the 36. That'll bring up a second down and about 7 for MCC. Again, McNabb has pretty much worked out of the shotgun the entire day. He's got Caden Kelly beside him. Double receivers left and right. Hand off Kelly. Kelly around the left side. Kelly big hole. And he'll gain about 8. He'll be shy of the first down by about a yard, so that's going to bring up a third down and 1. Again, Kelly, versatile player. He'll line up in the backfield. He'll line up as a receiver. And heaven forbid anything happens to McNabb, he is the backup quarterback. So third down and 1. Again, Hustlers pretty much a no-huddle offense.
Good job there by Kelly. Squirting through there again in my extra yards right there. Moving forward and getting a great job at third short.
All right, McNabb takes a snap. Hand off Kelly. First down. And Kelly with a touchdown. There are no flags on the field. That is a 28-yard run by Caden Kelly, and he gives the Melbourne Central Catholic Hustlers the lead for the first time tonight. It is 13-7 with 10:05 to go in the first half. Just a big hole right up the middle for Kelly to run it through.
Right in the middle of the offensive line, and Kelly hit the hole running, and there was no shot of bringing him down.
Kelly had a touchdown run last week in the Lake Brantley win.
Very impressive run there by Kelly, getting his team up. Now NCC takes a lead. Kelly also going to be the holder on this.
All right, so Kelly is the holder. And Will Stewart is the kicker. So signals being called. And the kick is up. And the kick, kind of a line drive, but it is through there. It is good. So timeout of the field, 10:05 to go. In the first half, it is Melbourne Central Catholic 14 and Holy Trinity 7. As once again the cheerleaders for MCC getting a good workout, celebrating the second touchdown of the evening by MCC. Well, checking the schedule for these two teams. Well, I'll tell you, MCC is going to go up to Ocala next week and have a rematch with Trinity Catholic, who they lost to in the first round of the playoffs last year. 38-14, so that'll certainly be a challenging game. Again, Trinity Catholic was the state runner-up last year. And let's see, Holy Trinity is going to make a trip to Orlando, take on Orlando Christian Prep. So both these teams will be on the road next week.
Quick word from one of our sponsors, Eastern Florida State College. Explore quality and affordable education at Eastern Florida State College. Maximize your potential through an associate or bachelor's degree, vocational certificate, or training program. With 4 campuses, there's a location close to you, plus online classes so you can work your school around your schedule. And because Eastern Florida State College is a state college, once you complete your associate's degree, you can continue at Eastern Florida or transfer to a state or private university. Eastern Florida State College admissions, advising, and financial aid team can help you chart a course to success. So get in touch. Go to easternflorida.edu today.
Eastern Florida State, our sponsor, Titans, right off of Wickham Road, where you should never be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I hear Stewart with a kickoff, taken about the 7-yard line. middle of the field by McMillan, 20-25. And McMillan, a pretty good return up to the 30, so about a 23-yard return by Jaden McMillan. Again, 49 catches, 791 yards last year, and 7 touchdowns. Occasionally he'll line up in the backfield, 182 yards rushing last year, and just a junior, so he could be playing some college ball at the end of the 2025 season. So again, 14-7 in favor of MCC, as Holy Trinity will have another drive, and they're hoping they don't have all the penalties that they had on the last drive. I mean, they literally had 3 consecutive penalties, which just killed their drive when they got within the 5-yard line on that long pass from Butler to Jensen. All right, shotgun formation. Butler will hand it off up the middle, and not much of a gain there, maybe 1 yard, as it went to McMillan, who again lines up sometimes in the backfield. Will gain 1, 2nd and 9. Again, clock ticking, 9:35 to go in the first half. Hopefully the second quarter will go a little quicker than the first quarter, because it kind of went at a snail's pace with all the penalties by Holy Trinity. So it'll be 2nd and 9 coming up for the Tigers from their own 31-yard line. TJ Mills is their center. Jaden Kaneka and Xavier Face in the guards. Nicholas Roms and Oliver Esmailzada are the tackles. So 2nd and 9 from the 31. Shotgun once again, Butler, and maybe too much time. Let's see. Scott Corso says too much time. You got 25 seconds to snap the ball. Now there is really no clock for high school, I guess, is there? So you got to count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi for the quarterback. In the NFL they have that luxury of the big clock, so you can always look at it.
Yeah, the back judge will signify when they're underneath 5 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, if they want to be able to know where they are on the clock, the back judge will signify that. But it is very difficult in high school ranks because you got so much going on. The last thing you're looking for is the back judge.
I didn't realize the back judge did that. It's very nice of him. All right, so it'll be 2nd down, and call it about 15. Shotgun Butler. He will hand it off. And I believe that's McMillan again, and McMillan pushed back. I mean, with forward progress, he might gain around 2. But the swarm of the Hustlers, the Hive, getting in there, a bunch of players getting in on the stop. One of the players in, their linebacker, Caleb Jones. So, actually, that's going to be a loss of 2. So, 3rd down and 12 from the 28. So the Tigers having all sorts of problems offensively after they were able to take a 7-0 lead early. All right, triple receivers out to the left. Butler shotgun again, 3rd and 12. He's looking over the middle, and it's caught. That'll be a 1st down. That'll be a gain of about 15. And that is Jensen, who had that big 75-yard reception earlier, and he gets up to the 46-yard line. Again, a gain of about 15. 1st down, Holy Trinity.
Jensen is winning that battle. Look for Holy Trinity to keep on going to him, because he is a man amongst boys on the outside edge right now with MCC. MCC's having a hard time trying to cover him. The opposite with that big frame of his, Jensen being able to lock that down is going to be quite the challenge here tonight for MCC.
So Jensen with just 2 catches, but he has about 90 yards in receiving yards. All right, 1st down for the Tigers from their own 45. Butler is back to pass, and it's incomplete, I think. Or is it a fumble? Let's see. I think it's going to be called dead.
He bobbles that ball.
This is all those emotions.
They're ruling that a fumble, JC.
Oh, they are?
20 yards.
Yep.
It's going to be 2nd down and 30. As you saw,
Boy, that is a drive killer.
I got a hand on it while he was trying to go forward.
I think Holy Trinity is going to keep it.
Almost came down with it.
I did not see any indication that it was a fumble. It was close.
It was a fumble that was recovered there by Holy Trinity.
Okay, yeah, right.
But now it just sets up 2nd and forever. You got to get all the way down to the MCC 45-yard line.
It's either 2nd and forever or 2nd overseas. So there's the 25-yard line. I'm going to call it 2nd and 30.
75 yards.
Shotgun Butler. He has to look vertical, as Al Davis used to say in the old days. Instead, he tries to hit a screen pass, and it's incomplete intended for Jensen once again. Oh, no, not Jensen. That's Gibson, number 6. I don't understand that play call. You got to go down the field.
It's either
Now it's going to be third down at about 30.
Or try and just play deep for the sticks.
Yeah, you know,
I think in this situation, you know, you look for maybe like a little short play, maybe like another screen again, if you might be able to break it. But you definitely on third down and 30. There's not too many plays for this other than run very fast and throw it very far.
Well, guys, they throw it deep, but Bowen split out to the near side. Again, he's one of the big-time receivers. Triple receivers left. Butler, shotgun. He is trying to get rid of it. He does so, and it's incomplete. He was charged there by, let's see, 54. I think Vance Sanger is one of the ones who got in. So, very disappointing drive there by Holy Trinity. Again, befuddled again by penalties, and they're going to have to punt.
On the next 3 plays, it'll be 4th and 30.
So fourth down and 30, never a good situation.
Just another missed opportunity there for Holy Trinity. They had great field position there, approaching midfield, and after the Jensen catch, and just shooting themselves in the foot with a couple offensive plays here.
All right, so punting formation. Punter standing on his own 12-yard line, snap a little bit high, but gathers it in, and not a bad kick. It's going to go to the 47. Flores fumbles it, picks it up, and he's immediately taken down. So no yardage gain on that punt. And getting into the tackle, nice tackle by Andrew Zabinski, who almost scored a touchdown on that blocked punt earlier.
We got ourselves a water break now. And good opportunity here for MCC, taking over near midfield. Opportunity to get some points up on the board. And we're going to take a quick break. Okay. When we come right back, we will wrap up the end of the first half here at MCC.
Flores, especially as a kicker, turn your eyes are probably up.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
One.
I want to feel that burning heat.
Hi, J.C. Morrow, Zach Clark, back at Hustler Stadium on the campus of Melbourne Central Catholic. If you're just tuning in, it's a pretty good ball game so far. A little sloppy at times, but MCC leads it 14-7. They've got a first down play from their own 48, shotgun. Once again, it's McNabb. Flores circling behind him. It's going to be a pitch play to Flores. Flores gathers it in up to the 50. And to about the 47-yard line. That would be a gain of about 5. Nice run by Flores as he was circling behind McNabb, and McNabb tying the pitch very well. And Flores, one of the stars in this game so far.
Didn't look like there was much over there, but he made something out of nothing, and getting some good positive yards there, setting up about a second down and 6.
A name we haven't mentioned yet, Grady Bilderberger, is off to the near side. Once again, triple receivers for the Hustlers. And this will bring up a second down and about 6 from the Holy Trinity 49. Once again, shotgun McNabb. We got motion. This is Ward with the ball. Ward around the near side. Nice cutting ability. He gets up to the 42-yard line. And if he got to the 42, that would mean he got a first down. And they're going to put the ball down. First down for MCC.
Yeah, we saw that play last year. He was throwing as a pass. He was trying to toss it.
But actually, wait a minute.
We got a flag here.
It's going to be shy. Oh, we got a flag. Okay. So we got some things to sort out here. Scott Corso, the referee, talking things over. Boy, too many flags tonight. Most of them have been on Holy Trinity. Let's see what this one is. Looks like it's going to be against MCC. Against Scott Corso discussing the matter, and yeah, MCC is going to be backed up. So holding penalty. I think that's our first holding on either team tonight.
Holding is a call against the Hustlers. Moves the ball back 10 yards from the spot of the
That's a 10-yard penalty. So now MCC with the penalty, they can't really ill afford all the way back to their 42, and they have to get to the Holy Trinity 42. So it's going to be second down and 16. Clock stop, 5:59 to go in the first half. Again, 14-7 MCC.
That's a spot foul, so wherever the holding took place, it's 10 yards from the spot. So now this puts MCC in a very tough situation behind the sticks. And a second down at about 16.
Broadcast live on SpaceCoastDaily.com.
We got Bonneberger out to the near side along with one of the other receivers. Two receivers out to the left as well. So second and 16 from the 42. Motion by Flores out to the far side. Direct snap. Goes to McNabb. He'll throw it on the run. And it's intercepted. It's almost intercepted by number 3, Miles Smith, who might have had a free ticket to the end zone. He had a lot of open grass in front of him. Perhaps he got a little bit too excited about that. He didn't catch the ball.
That looked like a big watermelon up there for him, and he saw daylight and just forgot to catch the ball. The most important thing.
That could have been a Christmas present about 4 months early. But not to be. I mean, good coverage though there, though. And that will bring up a third down at 16 for the Hustlers from number 42. McNabb sorting things out. Will be in the shotgun. This time Flores, who lines up all over the place, is going to be split out to the left. So you got 4 receivers out to the right. The lone receiver on the other side is Bonneberger. Motion Flores. Here comes the snap. McNabb looks left, throws. It's incomplete. A little bit high, but I think catchable. It went over the hands of Woolard. So that's going to bring up a punt. It's going to be 4th and 16.
You know, JC, that's a jailbreak screen, and if he would have caught that, he would have kept on running right there because they had a lot of blockers on that outside edge, and Holy Trinity was not prepared for that. Very fortunate for Holy Trinity that that ball was incomplete. Now it sets up 4th down, and the punting unit comes out for MCC.
So Will Stewart will come out for his second punt of the night. He's standing on his own 30-yard line. And, you know, we got number 13 back for Holy Trinity, and we've got our first mystery player of the year because there's not a number 13 on our roster. He's wearing the nice golden helmet, though. So, awaiting the snap is Stewart standing on his own 28. So, again, the game's slowing down a little bit. 5:41 to go in the half. All right, signals being called. Nice snap. Stewart gets it off. Kind of a line drive kick. Pretty good kick. Bounces at the 20-yard line. And it's going to let go. And can they get down there to down it? Oh, it just goes into the end zone. As MCC was not able to get down there quickly enough. Close but no cigar. So the ball come out to the 20-yard line. Beautiful punt by Stewart. And I'll tell you, that took a good 20, 25-yard roll. And it was almost perfect. But Holy Trinity will have much better field position. They'll come out to their 20. So 5:28 to go in the first half. If I remember right, Holy Trinity used one timeout earlier, so I think they have 2 remaining, and still plenty of time to try and drive down the field and tie this game.
Another drive where they got down.
Oh yeah, if you're Holy Trinity, it'd be a great way to end the first half after a very eventful first half. And you're still only down by 7 points considering everything that's happened so far. A good opportunity to be able to go down and maybe tie the game, maybe even take the lead.
All right, Jensen and Butler split out to the left side. The other Butler, the older brother, is a quarterback. Oh, actually, it's Petrago, and Petrago is going to be sacked. So Petrago, the backup quarterback, was in for Butler, and he had nowhere to go. A bunch of yellow taking him down. Caleb Jones has had a pretty good game tackling-wise, bringing down Petrago. So that was Petrago, not Butler, at quarterback.
I really like how MCC pursues the ball and their speed. That's one of the things that's really sticking out about this defense so far in Willie Tillman. Here in the first year underneath the Willie Tillman era, you expect a great defense when any team he's going to be leading.
So this is going to be second down at about 19. Petrago once again into quarterback, and the play is dead as Scott Corso, the referee, threw the flag in the backfield, and this will be a false start. A 5-yard penalty, and Holy Trinity in a really miserable field position. Not something they can afford here.
Well, kind of what you expect here, week 1 of a high school football season. You know, there's going to be some penalties and stuff like that, but there has been a very good share amount of penalties on both sides of both teams so far. Little nerves and little kinks to work out here in the next upcoming week, but you know, one of the things I always say about in football is your greatest improvement is from week 1 to week 2. Yeah. And I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that both of these teams are going to be able to work on heading into week 2 next week.
Well, they have to get to the 20-yard line. They're at the 8, so it's second down and 22. Direct snap, handle up the middle, and nothing there. I mean, good effort, though, by the ball carrier. He's still on his feet. I don't know why the official's not calling the play dead. Got about 6 guys tackling one guy, and finally the play is called dead. Looks like they're giving him about 3 yards to about the 10. So now it's going to be third down and 20. You know, if you're Holy Trinity here, you're in the shadow of your own goal line. You got to be awfully careful there.
Oh, absolutely. This is where a mistake can possibly come in at a very inconvenient time for Holy Trinity. You do not want to make a mistake deep in your own end zone. And it's third and forever. I mean, you got about third down and 20 to go to be able to get a first down.
So Jensen split out to the left side again. He and Butler hooked up for a 75-yarder earlier. This one is a bad snap into the end zone, and Butrago kicks the ball out of the end zone like he's in soccer, and that will be a safety for MCC, and now Holy Trinity will kick off. So it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a touchdown, but Butrago said he'll just kick it out of the end zone.
Mistakes on the offense side of the ball hurting Holy Trinity once again here, and now it cost him 2 points. Really fortunate it was only 2 points and not a touchdown. If he did not recover that and take that back for safety, that would have been catastrophic there. But still gets 2 points, and now MCC is going to get the ball back.
That's a touchdown.
The whole defensive line was right there.
So again,
All they had to do was call on it.
it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter, and so far it's been all MCC in the second quarter as they've gotten a touchdown and now a safety. So now 16-7, a little bit of an unusual score. And we'll have the kickoff here, or the punt by Holy Trinity. So again, that's a backbreaker because you give up 2 points and then you got to kick the ball away. Holy Trinity has at least 2 of their timeouts. I don't know if they used one earlier. They might have all 3 with 3:25 to go. Well, again, last year MCC won the game 20-7. That was up at Holy Trinity, and again it's a little ironic because again Holy Trinity's quarterback was Logan McNabb, and he was on the losing end of last year's game. He's hoping to be back on the winning end this year as MCC's quarterback. All-time series 11-6, so pretty good series, 11-6 in favor of MCC.
Here's MCC's trend for center.
All right, so Canales will kick it off, and then kick it off to the 25. So MCC should get pretty good field position out of this. Canales will try and get us ready to this one.
Now it's going to be a kickoff. Again, the one thing I don't recommend.
Back deep, we got looks like Flores and Miller. And pretty good hit. Turn back to the 23, up to the 30, 35, it's Flores. Flores had a 90-yard kickoff return earlier in the game, and this one is not bad, about a 20-yard return up to the 42-yard line. So Holy Trinity doing a much better job at containing Flores on that play. But MCC will have good field position, first down from their own 42.
Great field position, 3:14 to go. More than enough time for this MCC offense to get some more points up on the board before the half. I'll remind you that MCC will receive the opening second half kickoff, so a great opportunity here to extend this lead. Here with 3 minutes to go here in the first half, plus you get the ball at the beginning of the second half.
Well, I would think the number one topic for Hurley Brown in the locker room is cutting down on the penalties. That has really hurt them. I think they have at least 7 or 8. I don't think they're in double digits yet, but they're heading that way. Shotgun McNabb throws it out to the flat to Woolard, and nice shoestring tackle. I love to see that. That is McMillan, who might be talked about more on the offensive side, but he's also a DB on the defensive side, and a good one. Nice shoestring tackle, and that'll actually lose 2 back to the 40, so it'll be second down and 12.
That's a good play out of
I love those shoestring tackles.
Yeah, those are good ones. Holy Trinity getting a good tackle there. Tackle for loss now puts MCC kind of behind schedule, and won't see this offense move real fast now. Second down and 12.
And 2:35 in the clock, which is running. Shotgun, McNabb, double receivers both sides, direct snap. McNabb up the middle. Nice run. He had a bunch of those last week. He's still on his feet. He has 2 men to beat. Down to the 20-15-10-5 touchdown. And once again, I don't see any flags. That is going to be a 60-yard run by Brogan McNabb, pretty much up the middle. And I don't know how Holy Trinity couldn't get at least a couple of players on him. He just ran through there like a bullet and took it 60 yards for the score. And MCC scores, and they make it 22-7 with the extra point coming up. Well, again, McNabb had a great rushing game last week against Lake Brantley. Pretty good passing game as well. He had 3 touchdown passes.
A little gamesmanship right there. Logan McNabb had a very long stare over on the Holy Trinity sideline. You know there's some chirping happening on both sides of both of these teams right now, and obviously Logan McNabb getting the better end on that one, and had a very long stare over at Holy Trinity.
Oh, wow. A little taunting, huh?
Yeah, no.
You get kind of a silent taunt, though.
That's right.
Which I guess is okay. Okay, once again, extra point for Stewart, so he is 3 for 3. I know he's 2 for 2 so far in extra points. The holder is Kelly. Signal's being called. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So timeout in the field, 2:20 to go in the first half, and Melbourne Central Catholic starting to pull away a little bit as they are up 23-7.
Yeah, this is getting into very dangerous territory here for Holy Trinity. You got to respond. You got to get some points, and at least not shoot yourselves on the foot and on the offense side of the ball, because 2:20 to go. This is our first half is still not over with. MCC will get the opening second half kickoff, and for Holy Trinity, we need to get some points up on the board here pretty soon, because it's a 2-possession game still, but it's on the verge of being a 3-possession game at this point.
And again, I think Holy Trinity, they did use at least one timeout earlier, so maybe there are 1 or 2 timeouts remaining, so they still have some time to work with, 2:20 to go.
And I think somewhere that where Holy Trinity can really start, where they've had some success, is really start targeting Jensen down the field. Jensen's been shown that big playability. When they need a big play, he's been the one that's been able to do that with his huge frame. Forrest Butler has been showing capability here tonight to be able to throw the ball in on a rope in certain circumstances. I'll look for them to probably try to build some momentum, get some positive plays, getting Jensen involved here on this next drive.
Okay, back in the day, it looked like a John Elway kind of throw. 75 yards down the field. It was quite a job by Butler to get it to Jensen. So 23-7 the score. MCC is up, trying to make it 2 wins in a row over Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity did win the game here 2 years ago, convincingly 35-0. But it's 23-7 MCC here. All right, Stewart lining up for the kickoff. And it's a line drive kick, middle of the field, taken by one of the up people at the 23, up to the 30, 35, and up to the 40-yard line. That'll be about a 16-yard return for the Tigers on the kickoff. And that looked like number 15, Duke Butler, taking that ball up and giving Holy Trinity a fighting chance here with pretty good field position. They'll start off at their own 39.
The key for Holy Trinity, no penalties. Try to execute this drive with no penalties. Have a clean drive here at the end of the first half. Get some good momentum heading into halftime. Come out the second half, and then maybe we got ourselves a game. But right now, Holy Trinity has just been shooting themselves in the foot with all these penalties.
Buitrago is briefly in at quarterback, but the main guy is back out there. That is Butler. 2 receivers out to the left. Butler calling signals. First down from their own 39. Handoff goes up the middle. Jacques, he'll gain maybe 2 up to the 41-yard line, so that'll bring up a second down and 8.
Still a lot of time here with 2 minutes to go. You still got a lot of time. You're approaching midfield right now. For Holy Trinity, they don't need to rush, but they do need to run with a little bit of tempo. Still got 2 timeouts and more than enough time right now, but a little urgency here pretty soon here.
So second and 8 for the Tigers from their own 41-yard line. Jensen has split to the far side. Got McMillan in the slot. Butler shotgun on 2nd and 8. He has it. He's looking. Near side, left, and it's incomplete, intended for McMillan. So it went over the head of the tight end, Gibson, but it was intended evidently for McMillan. And incomplete pass. Ezra Ingles back defensively for the Hustlers.
Well, now if you're MCC, you get an opportunity here, 3rd down and 8, where you can maybe get the ball back, maybe get some more points up on the board before the end of the half. So Holy Trinity needs to be careful here, not make any mistakes, but maybe get some positive yards and then make sure that you get that clock rolling. And maybe have the MCC maybe use one of their timeouts. MCC does have a couple still remaining that they could use, but 3rd down and 8 here, this is pretty dangerous territory for the Holy Trinity Tigers.
Again, the Tigers have weapons. One of them is out to the far side, McMillan. The other one to the near side is Jensen. So 2nd and 8 for the 41. Here comes the snap. Back to Butler. Has time. Looks over the middle, down deep. That's going to be incomplete. It was well over the head of McMillan. Oh, we got flags down. I mean, maybe a misconduct, maybe taunting. I have no idea what else that could be. But we'll assess it and have the call here in a moment.
Possibly holding.
Well, maybe pass interference. As some of the crowd is getting a little agitated below us.
You're right, JC. Pass interference.
Really? Wow. I didn't really see anything, but
big break there for Holy Trinity.
I'm not a huge advocate for.
Well, again, in high school, it's not as lethal as the NFL, where they mark it off from where the spot is, where the penalty is, but it'll be marked off in the line of scrimmage here. So that'll be 15 yards. So this one will come over midfield, and now Holy Trinity has some new life with 1:23 to go to try and answer. I would think here with a touchdown. A field goal would be kind of disappointing. So ball put down at the 44, automatic first down for the Tigers from the MCC 44. Double receivers out to the left, single receiver to the right. Butler once again out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Butler being pressured. He will go down. That'll be a sack. And that is 54. Vance Sanger on the sack. That's at least the second sack in the game of Butler. So back to the 50-yard line, and I guess it was holding Pete and not Sanger. Well, Pete is 53, Sanger's 54, so that was close. So loss of that play back to right at midfield. It's going to be 2nd down and 16. Well, again, Holy Trinity, they've had tendencies in this game to go backwards. Double receivers out to the left. Butler back to pass. Going down the field, and it's incomplete. I think we got another flag down. And possibly pass interference again. That's what we're guessing.
It's either going to be a pass interference or a holding on the outside edge. I believe it was on the defense, on the corner. But another good opportunity and a huge break here for Holy Trinity.
Boy, 2 defensive pass interference penalties by MCC, not consecutively, but giving Holy Trinity new life. I think kind of a questionable call, but that's what the official called. So, with those 2 big penalties, Holy Trinity, who at times was moving backwards, or moving forwards due to the MCC penalties. Ball spotted at the 35.
34 seconds left, JC, here for the half, so Holy Trinity needs to be careful with the timing.
So it's going to be 2nd and 1. Butler shotgun, they're going out to the right side. He lines up. Double receivers left, including Jensen. Butler back to pass, has time. Now they put it out of the pocket, and he throws it. It's complete to Jacquez behind the line of scrimmage. And look at Jacquez go. And we got another penalty flag out. Well away for the play, and now we got a little bit of fisticuffs by Jensen and one of the MCC players, 23, Howard DeWitt. And they're out exchanging Christmas cards.
Clock is stopped at 16 seconds. We're going to check this flag here, but this may be an opportunity here maybe for Holy Trinity to call a timeout here to be able to stop this clock. They still got 2 timeouts. You got 16 seconds left. You got to be very careful with the clock right now if you want to try to get some points up on the board.
So Jensen and DeWitt far away from the play were kind of going at it, and that's where the flag was thrown. So Scott Corso assessing the penalty. We'll have to see how they call this one, but MCC giving Holy Trinity new life.
If we do have offsetting penalties here, the clock would stop and it would start on the red on the play. So Holy Trinity wouldn't have to use one of their timeouts.
Again, the officiating crew trying to dissect what happened, but
Coach Hurley Brown holding him for now.
again, it was DeWitt and Jensen kind of going at it, and they probably know each other real well. I mean, this is an intense rivalry.
And JC, Holy Trinity attempted a 43-yard field goal earlier. I really don't think I'm going to anticipate that we're going to see another field goal probably from that distance. So you got to look at you're probably have to going to get about another good 15 yards to maybe if you wanted to try to attempt a field goal, because that first one that they had was very short. And you are kind of kicking into the wind a little bit now.
All right, the penalty is going to be against Holy Trinity. All right, so they're backed up to their 33.
Now it's going to be
Clock's going to run.
And first down at 15, and we're down to 15 seconds to go in the
Got to hike it. Got to hike it.
Okay, back to snap. His Butler, he throws, it's complete. You got to get out of bounds, which he does not. So you got to call timeout. There's going to be about 3 seconds to go, and the clock is stopped.
That was just poor time management right there. They let 3 or 4 seconds run off right there when the play was getting ready to be blown in. The referee was letting them know that, hey, I'm getting ready to start this clock. And 3 or 4 seconds went off the clock. 12 seconds and you hike the ball. And now you basically put yourself in no position now. You only got 1 play left.
Well, Christian Gibson caught the ball. I think that's his second catch of the night. He hasn't been targeted that much, but timeout for Holy Trinity with 3 seconds to go in the half. I mean, I think here you just got to throw it in the end zone and hope somebody comes down with it. And again, when you got Jensen and you got McMillan, you got the type of receivers that could certainly catch a ball in the crowd.
And something like that, you probably would have went vertical in that situation because you would have been able to take a couple shots to the end zone. Now you only get 1 shot to the end zone, and this is the final play here. But hindsight's 2020. It's the first week of high school football. They'll learn, and Coach Hurley Brown will work with that with his quarterback and his team to be ready in these types of situations. But definitely a missed opportunity there for Holy Trinity. You got 16 seconds left, 2 timeouts, and now you're only going to use 1 of your timeouts, and you only got 1 play left, and you're going to go to the half with 1 timeout.
I think they're bringing out Canales for a field goal again.
Wow.
So the spot's going to be at 38. This is going to be a 48-yard attempt. Now it's on the other end of the field from what the first one was. So maybe this will be a little kinder to Canales. Butler's the holder. 48-yard attempt with 3 seconds to go. And it's a bad snap. Oh my goodness. It's the football follies again.
Timeout.
Well, you got 1 more timeout. If you're Hurley Brown, I guess you use it to try and regroup here.
That's a good time for a timeout.
Timeout for Hurley Brown. He's now out.
All right, so 3 seconds remain on the clock, and
I think that may change maybe the situation. Maybe you think maybe a little second guessing maybe of the decision there by Hurley Brown. Maybe with how this game has been going so far. 31 yards to throw it to the end zone. Who knows what can happen? You got Jensen, who's one of the tallest guys on the field. Throw it up for a jump ball.
Well, again, Butler hooked up with Jensen for 75 yards. I don't know why you maybe don't try that play again.
Right.
Or a quick play or something to get somebody open.
Hook and ladder, maybe.
Or the old hook and ladder, yeah. That reminds me of that 82 playoff game, Dolphins and Chargers in the Orange Bowl. I believe it was Tony Nathan for the score. That was maybe a little bit before your time, but I was 21.
I don't think I was there.
I was 21 years old back then. I'm 63 now. That was 2/3 of my life ago.
I do remember the Boise State Oklahoma hook and ladder.
Oh, that was another one, yeah.
Here we go. We're going to go with the field goal.
Okay, 48-yard attempt. The left hash by Canales. Signal's being called. The kick is up, and it's a line drive, no good. It could be returned, I believe. No, it's not, and the play is called dead, and that will be the half. I do not see any penalty flags on the field, so we have reached halftime here at Hustler Stadium on the campus of Melbourne Central Catholic, and kind of a combination of Melbourne Central Catholic doing some things well, and Holy Trinity kind of shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. And it's 23-7 MCC. Scott, any final thoughts on the first half?
Well, special teams, a big part of this game and a big part of that first half so far. Both teams utilizing some special teams, miscues by the other. When I look at it towards the second half, Holy Trinity's got to clean up the penalties if they want to have any chance of coming back in this game. Because the offense side of the ball has been their Achilles heel thus far. Nothing really in particular that MCC's really doing, but it's just the miscues on penalties and hurting themselves, getting in scoring position, getting a penalty here or there, backing themselves out of the red zone. So for Holy Trinity, got to clean up the penalties. For NCC, I think, continue to keep doing what you're doing. I think I like how that defense is looking across the board for the most part. They got great pursuit and taking advantage of the miscues there by Holy Trinity. And, good first half. We're going to have a halftime performance here by the MCC cheer squad, so stay tuned here. We're going to have a little halftime performance by the MCC Hustlers in the cheerleading here after MCC leading 23-7. And then we'll also give you a scoreboard update as we go around in and around the county with some scores in and around the area right after the halftime performance. So folks, enjoy the halftime performance here by the MCC Hustlers.
You gonna kill the mic for a minute, or
Yeah.
killing the mic?
Hold on.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day. And all at no charge, thanks to our successful advertising clients. and also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
That make things work for us. Thank you for manning our gate, our concession stands, and thank you to the chain gang this evening. Thank you, Parrots.
Here's kind of a surprise here. Heritage blanking Palm Bay right now.
But Palm Bay dominated that series like at the beginning, and now Heritage is trying to catch up a little bit. Huh?
Big one there for Heritage Panthers right now, folks. We're right on Spice Coast Daily right now. Heritage Panthers are leading 17-0 over the Palm Bay Pirates, just right down the road from us. And Palm Bay had a new head coach. At other scores going in and around the county, Impact Christian Academy leading the Merritt Island Mustangs 16-14. The last reported score that we have for that is late in the first quarter, so we're kind of waiting to try to get an update score there. Right down the road from here, Melbourne Bulldogs are trailing Toho-Pekaliga 14-0, JC.
You said that name very well.
Toho-Pekaliga. I'll just say Toho.
Okay. You know, they're...
Not tofu. Don't be confused with tofu now.
So the former Vieira coach, Coach Mays, went there initially and then left.
Yep.
So that's a young high school, maybe 5 years old, something like that. So they're pretty much still brand new.
Merritt Island Christian was victorious yesterday, beating Hernando Christian 38-12. So yeah, good job there from Merritt Island Christian, and that's a program that's on the up and up right now. That was a program that 8-man football, a little bit different brand of football.
I was going to ask you, is that 8-man? Yeah.
Different brand of football, but man, they do a really good job there at Merritt Island Christian. They had a good deep run last year. Went to the championship game for their classification. I believe it's the Sunshine State Conference. It's not an FHSA affiliation.
I want to tell you, I did one 8-man game in my life in New Mexico in the late 80s when I was out in New Mexico getting my career going, and it was Magdalena, and it was right next to Socorro, which is south of Albuquerque. I remember doing that 8-man game, probably not my greatest broadcast, just because it's a little bit different. You're trying to describe what's going on, but good memories though.
Looking at other scores in around the county, we don't have a score for Bayside at Atlantic. That is a road game for the Bayside Bears.
You know what? I substitute talked today at Bayside. I talked to Billy Miller, the head coach at Bayside, and of course winless season last year. And I've known Billy for about 20 years. And I'm really rooting for him to get the team going this year.
Look out north end of the county. Astronaut War Eagles don't have a score reported here for the game against Discovery Spartans, but Astronaut in second season underneath Coach Halleck.
Coach Halleck trying to turn that program around.
And of course, Jake Owens for the Space Coast Vipers going to take on the Gateway Panthers. Don't have a score reported in that game yet, but Coach Jake Owens returns back to the Space Coast, and he worked wonders there about 6 years ago or so. What he did with that program and made them kind of a legitimate winner and get into the playoffs. Didn't make any deep playoff runs, but Jake Owens is a great coach. And
he was the Palm Bay coach for how long? 1 or 2 years?
1 or 2 years. Yeah, that'd been a couple years.
Well, that's a tough program.
Yeah.
You got to win. So.
But with head coach Jake Owens, he knows how to win there. He's done it before, and we expect it's going to take about a couple years to be able to establish a culture and a foundation there at Space Coast. But I expect that Space Coast program to start improving here very quickly. It's been kind of tough times for the Vipers ever since he left.
Well, I'll tell you, the quality of football in Brevard County is really stellar.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with all these programs, it's just, it's tough for every program to win.
Other games going around on Space Coast Daily TV. We have our own Friday Night Locker Room crew in the Friday Night Locker Room game of the week. It's the Rockledge Raiders leading 21-3 over the Satellite Scorpions in the first game for Tyro Gitscombe. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the post-Wayne Younger era, after Wayne Younger took a job with the Missouri Tigers in the SEC school, after being one of the longest tenured coaches in Brevard County. Now we got a new face at the helm for the Rockledge Raiders, and so far so good, 21-3.
I've known Steve Wilson and Orville Susan for many years. Two great guys, but two totally different personalities, though. I mean, they kind of blend in well because they're totally different in their personality. But I miss those guys. I don't get to see them that often, but good that they're still
right on Space Coast Daily TV. So want to be able to watch it? You can tune right in over there on the Facebook page.
I know those guys have been a big part of Brevard.
Over 30 years of covering high school sports, and they have done an excellent job at great stewards for local high school sports.
Yeah.
Also another game, and our own Juan Rodriguez and Terry Spain, and probably arguably maybe one of the best and intriguing games maybe of this weekend is the Old Galley Commodores hosting Vero Beach. Well, the Old Galley Commodores are leading 15-7 over Vero Beach, and that's a very proud Vero Beach program and what Old Galley is going to be able to do this year. So much talent on the Old Galley squad this year. They got guys that are committed to LSU, and I think I've got a couple that are committed to UCF as well. That's a very, very exciting program to watch over here this year, and arguably one of the best teams in the county.
I think the most memorable game that Juan Rodriguez and I did was either 2 or 3 years ago. Kickoff Classic didn't count down in Vero Beach, and it ended up 42-41 Cocoa.
Oh, wow.
And it was just quite a ball game. 83 points were scored, and it went into overtime, and Cocoa was able to escape with the win and beat the Indians, who very rarely lose at the Citrus Bowl in Vero Beach. I mean, they have an incredible record there over the years.
Obviously, tonight is also a very significant moment as for the Rockledge Raiders, they are dedicating the football field at McCarty Stadium. Will be named after longtime head coach Chuck Wood, who is obviously a Space Coast Sports Hall of Famer, and he's did so much for the Rockledge Raiders program. They're dedicating the football field to him tonight, and that's very exciting. That's on Space Coast Daily TV. Our own Steve Wilson and Orville Susan are covering that now.
And again, Wayne Younger leaving the team after about a 7 or 8 year run?
7 years, yeah.
Yeah, so just giving it up. Maybe he wants to spend more time with his family. That's usually a reason why you give it up eventually.
That's if you want to be able to tune into any of those games are happening on Space Coast Daily TV right now. The second half of that Old Galley Vero Beach game is just about ready to get underway there as well. But here from MCC, it's been the Hustlers thus far, 23-7 at JC. And what do you look for in the second half from both of these squads to come out with a victory?
Well, again, Holy Trinity won the toss. They elected to receive, so MCC is going to get the ball. So it's going to be a test for the Holy Trinity defense to shut down this high-quality offense for MCC that just has a lot of speed. I mean, guys like Flores, Bonenberger, Woolard, just great speed, so it's going to be a big challenge. Let me just go over the scoring real quick. So it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Holy Trinity, they got the block punt. They eventually scored a 1-yard run by Chakwez. Extra point was good. 7-0 Holy Trinity. That was their only lead of the first half. And then immediately, Flores had a 90-yard kickoff return for the TD. So Holy Trinity only had the lead for about 14 seconds. Flores tying it up, and again it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. And then Kelly for MCC scored on a 28-yard touchdown run. Extra point was good, 14-7. Then there was a safety, bad snap by Holy Trinity out of the end zone, and that made it 16-7. And then MCC, 60-yard touchdown run by their very talented quarterback and the former Holy Trinity Tiger, Brogan McNabb, on a simple snap to center. He just ran it up the middle and just outran the rest of the Holy Trinity secondary for the touchdown, and that wraps up the scoring again, 23-7. Melbourne Central Catholic at the half. Again, both teams starting to come out to the field. MCC is out first. They're currently doing a little bit of sprinting, trying to get their legs under them. We're still waiting for Holy Trinity. Again, they had a lot more to talk about, and again, I'd love to be a fly in the locker room because Hurley Brown definitely assessing all those penalties. Not that every penalty is bad, but holding penalties you expect. You don't want misconducts, and you don't want delay of games. Those are just the penalties that'll give a coach, gray hairs. You can almost accept some of the holding penalties. The NFL has players that hold a lot. So here come the Tigers over to my left as they're making their appearance, and again they'll be kicking off to start this second half. So again, you got all the halftime scores. Some interesting action going on. Again, that O'Galley Vero Beach game looks like a good one.
And the other game we had
mentioned was the Cocoa Tigers and the Titusville Terriers, 14-3. The last report score we have for the Cocoa Tigers and Titusville Terriers. Titusville hanging pretty strong.
And you talk about Coach Owens turning around Space Coast. You got Coach Holmes, who's done a nice job at Titusville, really turned the team around, last year, and they're going to try and build on their winning season from last year. So again, those two teams up in the north, Titusville and Space Coast, they've kind of run on, hard times lately, but it looks like, as you mentioned there, they're trying to rebuild the program. Coach Owens at Space Coast, and again, Coach Holmes at Titusville. So still about 2.5 minutes to go in the halftime intermission, as Holy Trinity is now warming up to the left, trying to get their legs under them, and MCC around their bench, trying to get things going for this second half. And again, MCC next week is going to travel up to Ocala for a playoff rematch against Trinity Catholic. And again, they lost 38-14 last year. Orlando Christian's going to be the next opponent for Holy Trinity up in Orlando, and that'll be next week. A couple of good games next week: Satellite at Vieira, Merritt Island, and Melbourne. So
one of our main feature games that we're going to have next week, we're going to travel with the Cocoa Tigers up north as they go up to Daytona to take on the mainland squad, which a very intriguing contest between these two. That the game's going to be played. Mainland actually plays at the Thune-Cookman Stadium, and so it's going to be a very nice, very big stadium that Cocoa will be playing in next week, and it'll be at the college level stadium.
I did a day-long youth football tournament up there probably about 3 months ago. They had spring football up there for the youth league up there. Yeah, beautiful press box, great situation in the press box, beautiful stadium. And Bethune-Cookman's had some good teams over the years, so that's really neat that Daytona Beach Mainland gets to play in that stadium, kind of a college atmosphere kind of stadium. So we'll look forward to that game next week.
Throughout the year or whatever, when working on the
Cocoa is definitely making some road trips this year as they just continue to beef up the schedule. 80% of their schedule is really tough. They play some really high-quality teams, and that's one reason why they've won back-to-back state titles.
Well, absolutely, and one of the games that they're going to be playing was IMG Academy, who just got upset yesterday against a Utah team at Corner Canyon, 35-34.
Wow.
So that was a little bit of an upset. Corner Canyon was ranked in Max Preps at number 18. IMG Academy across the country was the number 3 team in the country. So a little bit of an upset there, but that's one of the teams that Cocoa will take on after the mainland game. Cocoa's going to travel to IMG Academy. That'll be a very intriguing contest. But if you're Cocoa, you almost wanted them to win that game, get them undefeated, but because now you're going to get an IMG Academy that's going to be very hungry and not going to want them to slip up anymore.
And that's over at Bradenton, right?
Yes.
IMG Academy?
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful part of Florida. I love Bradenton.
obviously that's a little bit of a tough trip. You're traveling to the Utah mountains, and a little bit of a different climate compared to here in Central Florida. But
It's in the air.
it's a big upset there last night. That made news headlines across the whole high school football landscape in the nation. And that's one of the teams that Cocoa will take on in 2 weeks.
Well, again, both teams coming out to the field. Holy Trinity with some last words of wisdom from Early Brown. And again, Willie Tillman, the Purdue graduate in his first year at MCC. He played at Purdue in the late 90s, went to the Alamo Bowl one year. And somewhere in the line of when Drew Brees was playing at Purdue.
Yeah.
About the same time period. So you're talking about quite a while ago, about 25 years ago.
JC, I think it is also worth mentioning that, tomorrow's the start of college football with the Florida State Seminoles heading over to Dublin, Ireland to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And our own Cocoa Tiger, Keziah Holmes, who is the running back for Florida State, going over to Ireland. So he's I don't know if he's old enough to drink Guinness yet or experience that yet, but a good opportunity and a good chance for a local kid going overseas and helping kick off the college football season. He is expected to have a pretty big role this year. He's a redshirt senior, but that'll be very fun to watch tomorrow at 12 o'clock on ESPN.
Over the Seminoles, we'll have the luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
All right, we're underway in the second half. Kickoff by Holy Trinity, taken by MCC at the 20, 25-30. It's Woolard. Woolard bringing the yard near the sideline, and about a 20-yard return as he's chased out of bounds by a couple of Holy Trinity players. So good return by Woolard, and MCC will have good field position. Again, up 23-7 as we're 8 seconds into this third quarter.
I think this is a crucial possession right here for MCC and Holy Trinity. For MCC, you feel like if you can punch in some points here, get up 3 scores, you kind of feel like this game is starting to get away from Holy Trinity. But for Holy Trinity, if they want to get back into this game, you're down 16 points, still a 2-possession game. But you do not want to give up any points on this drive and go down 3 scores.
So first down for MCC from their own 40-yard line. Again, Merrick Campbell's their center, Corbin Young, Tanner Campbell are the 2 guards. The 2 tackles are Jaden Jordan and Javion Cooper. Here comes the snap. Handoff goes to Flores, and Flores up to the 45 and over the 45 to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8, and it'll be second and 2. Again, Caden Kelly joining McNabb in the backfield from time to time. He's the backup quarterback. So again, that'll bring up second, and actually they'll call 3 as he actually got knocked down at the 47. So McNabb lines up the troops. We got triple receivers out to the far side. Flores, one of the 2 receivers to the left. Back to pass McNabb, pretty good protection. Throws it out, screen pass. It's really no gain at all on that screen, probably back to the original line of scrimmage. So, and actually he kind of lost a yard, so it's going to be third down and about 4.
Yeah, Justin Woolard's lid came off, so he has to come off on the field for 1 play.
Did it even?
All right, Mike Green is checked in for the first time for MCC, so he replaces Woolard. Green played very late in last week's game against Lake Brantley, which again was a blowout, 45-6. So Green, not a guy that's been playing a lot so far, but he's out there as amongst the triple receivers out to the far side along with Bonenberger. McNabb still looking toward the sideline for the play. It'll be third down and 4 from the 46. So again, triple receivers right, double receivers left. The snap, McNabb, shotgun, has time, flush out of the pocket, he'll run up the middle, first down, up to the 50, to the 47, and up near the 40-yard line. Another great run by Brogan McNabb, who scored earlier on a 60-yard run up the middle. That one was up to the middle, and then he kind of did a zigzag to the left, and he gained about 20 yards, and he will have the first down. And boy, McNabb is hard to take down.
He's a gamer, JC, and you can tell, whenever he gets in a very tight situation, he's not afraid to tuck the ball and run and go for the first down. And he's got some great moves to be able to stretch the play and get his team an extra first down, just like he did there.
That's a nice dance moves on that last play. All right, so for McNabb and Melbourne Central Catholic, a first down from the Holy Trinity 40. Handoff Flores, darts it to the outside, up to the 35, to the 30. He'll gain about 11, and he'll have a first down. So back-to-back first downs by McNabb and also Flores, and MCC really trying to blow the door open in this game, up 23-7, and they are driving. So it'll be a first down for the Holy Trinity 29.
You're going to start seeing Holy Trinity getting a little fatigued on the defensive line. They're getting hands on their hips, and this is very tiring when you got a no-huddle, high-tempo offense like this that's rolling right now. Very challenging on the defense, especially those defensive front guys.
So again, a first down from the 30. McNabb pulling signals. Fakes to the Flores. He will keep it around the left side. Up over the 30. Up near the 25-yard line. Actually, maybe the 26. Let's see where they mark it. It'll be a gain of either 4 or 5. Looks like they're going to get 5.
This isn't good.
Oh, we
That's
got a
Brogan. Oh, no, that's not McNabb.
got an injured player for MCC, yeah.
It's one of the wide receivers.
We hope that's a cramp. And it might be. Let's see. If they put the leg up in the air, it'll be a cramp. And that's painful, but it's not season-ending. Kind of an oxymoron there. You don't like cramps because they are painful.
They're looking at his left leg right now.
But maybe it's not a cramp.
It's just a cramp.
Had a bunch of cramps last week in that late Brantley game.
In the position maybe where he maybe got rolled up on behind. They got the great staff, this medical staff here for MCC. They'll take a quick look and
one of the trainers hustling off the field to the locker room, so showing pretty good speed himself. He's going to get something to help that injured player.
Owner of all systems Mo, actually, Bobby Norton.
So 9:42 to go in the third quarter. Scoreless so far in the third quarter, but 23-7 MCC. But again, they're driving down the field. So far, this is about a 60-yard drive that they're in the middle of.
it's not Brogan McNabb, but one of their wide receivers.
Yeah, if we can see the number. So again, can't quite see what the number is.
They're going to do it for you. You're going to pay for it. You need the best of the
Well, again, if there's any position where MCC has a lot of depth, it's that wide receiver.
In your neighborhood than having a nice lawn. And if you can find somebody to make it look nice and you not have to put in the work hours, I think that's.
So the players around their respective coaches.
Like you said, it's hot. Grass grows quickly.
And actually, Willie Tillman is out there for showing concern for his player.
No, I'm disputing all that. I don't want to do. I'd rather hire
So
somebody.
unfortunately, that is not a cramp. It is something that looks a lot more serious.
Gets the job done and that's everyone else's.
Scott Corsa, the referee, coming over closer to see what is going on.
Yeah, I think he has not moved that left leg at all.
On one knee.
And so quoting Simon and Garfunkel, this is the sounds of silence. If you're an MCC crowd, they are awfully quiet, which you would expect. So now the MCC player is taking a knee, which is the usual protocol when a player is down. So hopefully they don't have to bring the stretcher out, but that could be the next option. The worst option would be to get an ambulance here. Boy, FCC's got a bunch of trainers. They are trying to do the best they can to help the young man.
Well, his shoes off, and I think they're getting looks like they're getting an air cast ready for him.
Oh wow, gee. You know, football is a high collision sport. I mean, you just hope these things don't happen, but a lot of collisions out there, and this sometimes happens. You know, being a Jet fan, it happened to Aaron Rodgers last year in the fourth play of the season. So, you know, I felt that pain all year.
Just an unfortunate situation here. You got rolled up on behind, and there's not much you can really do in a situation like that. You know, it's just you got a bunch of crashing bodies heading to the ground, and your knee again doesn't go every which way, and if it goes the wrong way, and it could look like that might be what happened here. Hopefully, they're just taking preventive measures right now, maybe just to be careful, but he has not moved that left leg at all, and they're getting the air cast ready, and that's very unfortunate to see.
You know, of course, as a head coach like Willie Tillman is, I mean, you know, the high school head coaches are almost like a second dad to all these players, so they feel the pain too. more of a figurative pain than a literal pain, but still a lot of pain. You know, you're responsible for the players, and you just hate for them to get hurt. Yeah, so they are getting some sort of, I guess, plastic cast out there. So we'll try and get a number as soon as we can see, but you know, we certainly hope that's not season-ending. So again, J.C. Barlow, Zach Clark. Again, a bit of a delay here with the MCC injured player. Again, it's 23-7 MCC with 9:42 to go in the third quarter. And again, the concern for the MCC player who's still down on the field. So we're almost at a 10-minute delay in this third quarter.
JC, let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
When we come right back, we'll get you the name and the number of who is the injured MCC hustler here. But with 9:42 to go, MCC leading 23-7 over the Holy Trinity Tigers. We'll be right back here after this quick break.
It's interesting to see the rivalry games played out of the gates, and we got two.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Space Coast Daily is Brevard's most trusted news. Through spacecoastdaily.com and Space Coast Daily's social media reach, hundreds of thousands of people stay informed every day. Through Space Coast Daily's unmatched digital reach with the Space Coast Daily's direct mail newspaper and Space Coast Daily the magazine in print, our loyal and engaged viewers enjoy free local news they can trust every day. And all at no charge, thanks to our successful advertising clients. And also at our special events at Space Coast Daily Park in Vieira, where hundreds of thousands of people see our clients' advertisements. Call today to get your message seen on Space Coast Daily and take your business to new heights. Get launched with Space Coast Daily. Call 321-323-4460 today.
All right, J.C. Byerholtz along with Zach Clark. Again, almost a 15-minute delay due to an injured player for MCC. We're still trying to get the number, and here comes the fire truck making quite an appearance out on the track. So this looks like it'll be a hospital visit, maybe Holmes or whatever other hospital they're going to go to. Could be Palm Bay Hospital as well. But we'll try and find out who the player is, and certainly we really hope he's okay.
Surrounded by medical attention since he went down.
So the fire truck got here actually pretty quickly, within about 15 minutes.
So again, once I get that word, I'll let everybody know. Now it is an MCC hospital.
So again, they're being very careful with the young man, and
Medics coming out to attend.
we just hope it's not as bad as it looks.
And it's something with the left leg. Some sort of no speculation to be had. Just what I'm observing. Crowd's gone quiet here. We're waiting this player to be able to get up and off the field with some assistance.
You know, again, this is the thing you fear when you're the head coach, the athletic director. You know, when a young man, you know, gets this hurt. But you know, that's the risk of playing football. It's not for everybody. Again, a bunch of the MCC coaches that are out there. I see Willie Tillman, obviously very concerned, along with the rest of the coaching staff.
Not really. That is not. This game is not being live streamed on ABC. Unfortunately, the County is not being.
You know, again, there are certain injuries that happen where you just have to be so delicate with the individual and try not to move them a heck of a lot, but at the same time, get them on that stretcher and get them to the hospital. So again, no scoring yet in this third quarter. Again, 23-7 in favor of MCC. Again, just wrapping up that first half. Again, Holy Trinity having so many problems with penalties, close to double digits already in that department. And against MCC offense that is high-powered, you're just giving them more favors. So still in this game, but trailing by 16. But MCC was on a pretty good-looking drive before all this happened. So I think now we're at least 20 minutes delay into this injury. Zach Clark's going over to talk to Coach Ciarno, see if they can figure out who the young man is. Of course, Coach Ciarno, he does the PA here from the legendary Ciarno family. I mean, you talk about MCC, you talk about all the Erdmans that went to MCC and all the Ciarnos that have been a part of this great Hustler program. And you got to talk a little bit about Mike Riazzi, one of the legendary head coaches here with the Hustlers. He had 2 11-2 seasons, or 2 11-1 seasons, and 1 9-2 year. So again, this program has been really very good for the most part throughout their history.
JC, I'm gonna.
Yes.
Weigh in here real quick. There is another game going on Space Coast Daily TV right now. The Old Galley Commodores right now are leading 22-13 over the Vero Beach Indians. So if the Commodores are able to get that win right there, that'd be huge. They do take on Rockledge next week, which would be a big game between Old Galley and Rockledge Raiders. So that will be set up a great matchup, and unfortunately we got an ambulance that's coming in now.
Oh, wow.
And so they're really bringing everybody here to...
Well, the injured player is getting the star treatment, and he should, because you risk playing football, and this will be a night that he'll never forget, I don't think. Hopefully in the long run, it turns out okay. Yeah, go ahead.
But our own Terry Spain and Juan Rodriguez have the call on that game, so if you guys want to be able to tune over to that game until we get back underway here. We do have another game that's going on Space Coast Daily TV. It's with Steve Wilson and Orville Susan, who have the Rockledge and Satellite game. And that game right now, we'll get a score update here in just a sec. Looks like the final score, or the score we have for the third quarter right now, 24-3. The Rockledge Raiders leading the Satellite Scorpions in the third quarter.
Probably not a big surprise.
Not too much of a surprise, but it does kick off the Tyrone Giscombe era very nicely, which I know that that Wayne Younger program, one of the things that always eluded that program was making a deep playoff run. They were so good during the regular season, and then they get to the playoffs, and then it couldn't get past that second, third round.
So Chuck Wood won 2 state titles, I believe, right?
Yes, yes.
That was about 25 or 30 years ago.
Yep.
This player.
Obviously an icon in Rockledge football, so
Yeah.
dedicating the field to him here tonight. And congratulations to Chuck Wood.
Yeah.
Great sportsmanship, great atmosphere here at MCC.
Oh, they brought out the stretcher now. And
Oh, wow, boy. So we got a fire truck, we got an ambulance, and we got the stretcher out there. So this, unfortunately, seems like a very serious injury.
they're going to take every precaution too with the great staff here, and he's going to be taken good care of, and the great staff here at MCC and Brevard County Fire Rescue. He's in good hands.
You know, you can never appreciate enough trainers, whether it's high school, college, the long hours they put in, the caring that they have for their athletes. This is a perfect example right here. I mean, you're really being put to the test as a trainer to evaluate the injury and figure out the best method to, get him comfortable, and then you get him to the hospital, and then the doctors, take over.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to I just have so much appreciation for people like that go into that field, and you need people like that, because things like this will happen.
9:42 to go here in the third quarter. MCC leading the Holy Trinity Tigers 23-7. MCC was putting together a great drive there, and still in great position. They were approaching the Erdman Automotive red zone. And, JC, we haven't talked about this a little bit, but, the generosity that Erdman Automotive showed here in the last couple weeks. They went to all of the public schools, and including MCC and Holy Trinity, and presented $5,000 checks to the athletic program and the football program. That $2,500 was going to the football program. The other $2,500 goes to the athletic program. So just a major tip of the cap there to Erdman Automotive and their constant support for high school sports athletes across the whole entire county.
I mean, how many years have they been doing it? For a long time, right? Because a bunch of Erdmans went to MCC.
Yeah,
so they have a real vested interest. But I think all the Erdmans have graduated, and yet still helping out the MCC program. That's stellar.
Yep.
So
obviously, there's an Erdman who also went to MCC. I think it was Max a few years ago.
I think at least 4 or 5 of them have gone to MCC over the years.
Yeah.
I remember reading about them in the paper just constantly. So,
but take a huge tip of the cap to Erdman Automotive and presenting those checks. And I know a lot of the schools really appreciate the generosity that Erdman Automotive does. And obviously, they're a great sponsor of Space Coast Daily, and all our great sponsors, Health First. We also have Florida Tech. We got All Points. And obviously Erdman Automotive and Eastern Florida State College for all their great support and for high school sports throughout the year for all the teams. And another great job there by Erdman Automotive.
So I'm starting my 22nd year at Florida Tech doing 9 different sports throughout the year. So I love Florida Tech to death, and getting their volleyball and soccer seasons underway right now. So I stay pretty busy with the sports scene here.
Still didn't get a number on who is the injured player. They're taking every caution right now, and a good sign there.
And the crowd that was very silent for a while, and understandably so, now coming to their feet. And here come the football players to embrace their fallen teammate. And we're going to try and catch a number here. Number 2? Okay.
They don't have 2.
I think it's Giannis Kaner. That was a late addition to the roster. But I was told number 2 is a guy named Giannis Kaner, who's probably not on the roster. Coach Gilbert is telling me about him on the phone. So that should be him.
Number 2 for the Huskers, Caleb Jones.
Oh, maybe not.
Caleb Jones.
Oh, really? Oh, Caleb Jones. Okay. Well. Oh, Caleb Jones is number 3. Maybe it's number 3 and not number 2. So again, we're still double checking whether that's 2 or 3.
A warm-up period here as I called, so the players getting back to the field.
Oh, 3's out there.
Hit some of your own instructions.
That's number 2.
Oh, it is 2.
They announced it in the stadium as Caleb Jones, but we don't. Number 3, Caleb Jones is out there stretching right now.
Yeah, Giannis Kaner is number 2, not listed on our roster, so it should be him. So we've had probably about a 30-minute delay as they've loaded him in the ambulance, and we'll be underway in the next few minutes. And we certainly wish the young man the best overnight.
Vero Beach just got on the board right now, so we got ourselves a 3-point game pending an extra point here. So that game is going to come down to the wire between Eau Gallie and Vero Beach.
So it looks like my former partner Juan Rodriguez having a good call in that game. And I tell you, Juan's a great guy. I miss him, but I'm glad to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
him and Terry Spain make a great team, and we got a great team at Space Coast Daily. We greatly appreciate everything you do, JC.
Oh, thank you.
You're a great member of the team.
Well, Steve Wilson called me one day on the phone and said, "Hey, JC, you want to do some more football? I know you used to do Sebastian River." I said, "Sure." And it was late in the season, like either 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm really proud to be with you guys.
And you are right, JC. Giannis Kaner.
Giannis Kaner, okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
22-20 now between Eau Gallie and Vero Beach. That game is on Space Coast Daily TV. You can switch over and watch the end of that game. They are in the 4th quarter right now between Eau Gallie and Vero Beach.
Yeah, it won't upset it. It won't upset us if you switch over and check out the other games.
May take us a while to get back underway here.
Yeah.
We got 9:42 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We got a lot of time left here in Melbourne. Hustler Stadium.
Well, again, it's like a rain delay in baseball. I mean, players have to get a little stretched out, get a little bit more, juice under their legs, and it shouldn't take too long. But that was about a half-hour delay, which players are not used to. We had 15 minutes for halftime. We've only played not even 3 minutes of this 3rd quarter.
Right.
And of course,
this is going to be a very interesting moment here in this game because you felt like NCC had a lot of momentum now. Now with this is an opportunity, I think, for maybe Holy Trinity to try to reset. And, 2 games. Look at this game as 2 games right now. This is a whole new game now. Be able to start this game over. You got 9:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter. You got to put the clamps down on this drive, though. You do not want to go down 3 scores here. But try to keep MCC out of the end zone, put them maybe in a tough position, maybe get a field goal, get the ball back. Holy Trinity can find themselves back into this game.
I have to tell you, Hurley Brown had 15 minutes at halftime to talk to his team, and I had another 30 minutes to try and drill those players. Look, this is what we got to do to get back in this game.
MCC, we've seen a lot of good run plays.
And there's Engine 75 for City of Melbourne.
4 yards.
Fire Department.
Oh.
Now we'll see out of the break.
All right, so both teams are coming back in the field, so probably about a 35-minute break to deal with that injury. And again, Giannis Kaner, your thoughts are with us. Or our thoughts are with you. All right, so MCC, first drive of the second half. They've driven it about 50 yards already, and it's down to the 25-yard line. So we're resuming here with a 2nd and 5 for the Hustlers from the Holy Trinity 25. Goes back to McNabb and the handoff. Goes up to Kelly. Kelly with a good run up the middle. It looks like he's going to have a first down. In fact, they gain about 13. And we got a flag. Okay. So let's check on the flag and see what that's about.
Flag was thrown on the near side field by the sideline judge, and maybe in the position of a little extracurricular activity or maybe a late illegal block in the back. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, Scott Corso, our referee, about to make the call. And what is the call?
Personal foul.
If you're Holy Trinity, you're just killing yourself with penalties. They're probably up to double digits in penalties right now, maybe even triple digits in yards.
They may have more penalty yards than they do yardage in the game right now.
Well, Hurley Brown is going to have a talk with this team after this game, whether they win or lose. And I mean, they're still in this game, but if FCC scores there, it's going to be awfully difficult. It'll be a 3-score game. So automatic first down. The ball is inside the 10. So it's a 1st and goal just inside the 10. Actually, the 8-yard line. McNabb throwing toward the end zone, and it's a fade pattern, and it's incomplete. It's very hard to see the far side of the field, but I guess it was bobbled out of bounds.
but it's dropped incomplete.
Yeah, that's what the field judge saw. It looked like he caught it, but just didn't gain possession and get a foot down before he was out of bounds. And great effort there by MCC.
Back shoulder, back power.
All right, so I'll bring up a second down and goal inside the 10-yard line. So McNabb out of the shotgun with Caden Kelly beside him. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Flores in the slot to the left. McNabb will run this himself up over the 10 to the 5. He's shy of the goal line. He gets to about the 2. He'll gain about 7. And now bring up a third and goal from about the 2.
It's getting a little chippy out there on a little exchange of words back and forth. I thought maybe there might have been a penalty thrown there as Brogan McNabb and one of the Holy Trinity defensive players were exchanging.
They weren't exchanging Christmas cards.
I don't think so.
We're still 4 months out from that. We're getting closer to Thanksgiving, huh? All right, so third and goal from the 2. So McNabb trying to punch this one in. So McNabb, shotgun, motion, Flores. And handoff goes to Kelly. And Kelly shy of the goal line. I think he gained 1, but did not quite get in. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 1. If you're MCC, you're up 23-7. You might as well go for it.
Oh boy, this is huge for Holy Trinity here. You've got to put up a stand.
Yeah, you got to put up a stand, and then you got to drive 99 yards. But if you get the stand, maybe that can turn things around. That's the oxymoron when you have a goal line stand. I mean, you stop the team, and then you got like 98 yards you got to go. Well, if I'm McNabb, I'm probably just doing a quarterback sneak here. I mean, he's got very quick. So 4th and goal from the 1. Very tight line for MCC, and it will be a quarterback sneak. McNabb looks like he's in. No signal yet. What is the call? It is a touchdown. So McNabb with a 1-yard touchdown run, and it is now 29-7 in favor of MCC, and there go the cheerleaders again in celebration as they go down toward the end zone. So that was a 4-minute and 3-second drive, again interrupted by the half-hour delay with the injury to the MCC player, Kinnear. But MCC continuing their dominance. And now the extra point by Stewart. And the kick is up. Oh, it's no good. He missed it. So Stewart misses the extra point. He was 3 for 3. Now he's 3 out of 4. But he hooked it. But still a 29-7 lead. So it's a 3-score game, and the deficit is 22 points.
Well, for Holy Trinity, being able to get some points up on this next possession, crucial. If you want to have a chance to be able to make this a game in the 4th quarter, try to get this to a 2-possession game, maybe heading into the 4th quarter. Still 7:57 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lots of time still. So you're not out of this game, but you do need to start cleaning up some of your mistakes if you hope to try to make a comeback into this game. You can't be shooting yourselves in the foot. And so far, they had a couple instances on that last drive, an opening drive on the second half, and defensively they were just shooting themselves in the foot again on the defense side of the ball.
Ever since the Falcons blew that Super Bowl against the Patriots when it was 28-3.
Yeah.
I mean, anything is possible, I guess.
Right.
So. Now, Holy Trinity does not have Tom Brady available.
Right.
So.
I was just about to say that.
I was really rooting for the Falcons being a Jet fan, so I still haven't gotten over that. But I got to give it up for Brady. We'll see how he does as the #1 commentator, though, for CBS. Yeah. Or for Fox, rather. All right, here we go with the kickoff. Stewart again missed the extra point, but it is 29-7 MCC, 7:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. He gets his foot into this, and this one is going to go through the end zone. That's actually the first touchback that Stewart has executed tonight. So the ball come out. It'll come out to the 20-yard line, and the Holy Trinity Tigers will have 80 yards to go to try and get their second touchdown. Again, they jumped out to a 7-0 lead early, but since then it's been all Melbourne Central Catholic. Again, the highlights for Holy Trinity tonight, again, they blocked a punt. That eventually would set up their touchdown, but other than those two plays, it's been all MCC, and again, Holy Trinity just saddling themselves with too many penalties. So double checking, let's see, that is Butler still out there, the number 1 quarterback for the Tigers. Triple receivers out to the right side, including Jensen in the middle. So first down for the Tigers from their own 20 as he looks into a 5-man line. Butler will roll out. He will keep it, trying to struggle across for a yard, and he's tackled right at about the line of scrimmage. So wherever they mark it, it's going to be hardly, looks like it's going to be no gain, 2nd and 10.
You just think for Holy Trinity, getting some positive plays here and getting into the flow. It looks like Butler Forrest just looks very confused out there. He's not able to get into a flow, get into any type of momentum or anything like that. They need to get some positive plays here to be able to get him comfortable again, because it's just looking very discombobulated out there for Holy Trinity offensively.
Well, again, last week, Holy Trinity won 14-7, so their defense played well, but they only got 14 points. They only got 7 tonight, 2nd and 10 from the 20. So again, it's Butler out of the shotgun. Jacquez to his right. And here's the pass by Butler to McMillan, little slant pattern. The goal catches it, he got scratched to the ground after about a 7-yard gain. What a vicious tackle by MCC on that play.
You really like that play if you're Holy Trinity. That was a good play there. Get some positive yards, get yourself set up in a third manageable situation here. You could be in 4-down territory here too. So with 3rd down and about along 3 yards, you got 2 downs to get 3 yards.
They beat them twice on that slant play.
So line of scrimmage is the 27. So they'll call it 3rd and maybe 3rd and a long 3. Shotgun Butler, triple receivers near side. Awaiting the snap. He has it. He takes it. Throws it to Jensen. Jensen has it. He might go for a touchdown. He will score. And I see no flags. I always want to check. And another big play. The early one was a 75-yarder. And this one was about 70 yards.
73 yards touchdown strike.
Well, actually, I guess we'll call it 73. So 73 and 75 yards from Butler to Jensen. The first one almost made it to the end zone, but this one does. And Holy Trinity maybe showing some life. It's now 29-13. So Canals will come on for the extra point. I thought maybe they would go for 2 here and try and get it to within 14, but they're just going to go for 1. I guess you can go for 2 later on as you get closer. That might be the golden rule, actually. All right, so Butler the holder, Canals the kicker. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. So 2 for 2 on extra points is Canals. And just like that, another big play from Butler to Jensen. And again, we'll call it about 73 yards. And now it's 29-14 MCC.
That is just what you needed for Holy Trinity to be able to respond very quickly and get some points up on the board. Let MCC know that you're not going anywhere. They are going to still have to try to win this game. And you still got 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lots of time here. This is only a 2-possession game, and a great job there by Forrest connecting with his wide receiver, and just a quick response there. And we were just talking about, get him some comfortable plays, a little quick slant route, and took it to the house, and just like that, get 6 points, get 7, and you're only down by 2 possessions now.
So we don't really have a statistician here, but Jensen has at least 150 yards receiving tonight because he had a 75-yarder, a 73-yarder, and then there was one that went about 10 or 15 yards. So he might get up to 200 yards before the evening is over, but it's going to be hollow unless Holy Trinity tries to go back and win this game. All right, now Holy Trinity with a 15-point deficit will try and clamp down and stop MCC, as both teams are very slowly coming out to the field. Again, we had about a 35-minute delay due to an injury to MCC Giannis Kaner. They brought the ambulance and the fire truck out here, and they took him off to the hospital. So we hope he's okay. but it did slow down the game, but for a good reason. All right, so Canales will kick off from his own 40. And let's see, back deep, we've got Flores, near side, Woolard, far side.
District rivals. But despite a lot of
Canales, Canales does not have a touchback yet tonight. Might not quite have the leg that Stewart has.
As Holy Trinity gets set to kick off, it'll be Canales once again with the boot.
There's the kick, and it's a squibber, and goes through one of the up people, and it's taken at the 20-yard line and fallen down. I think that was Woolard who covered it. Yeah, Woolard covered it, and it was right near the out-of-bounds line. So good job by him just to corral the ball and not have a turnover.
Yeah, if I'm Holy Trinity there, I circle that one, maybe try to do that maybe one more time again if you ever get the opportunity to do the kickoff again, because that would look like it would have been a great opportunity there to be able to hop on the ball. But had a couple Tigers screaming down on the outside. And now this is one of the MCC's worst field positions of the night here tonight. Inside the 20-yard line.
It is first down and 10.
Yeah, so they put the ball down at about the 20, so first down for MCC from their own 20. Double receivers to both sides. Again, shotgun is McNabb. He will hand it off up the middle, or over to the right side. Actually, it's Flores. And we got a flag down in the backfield. It might come back through to a hold. We got more penalty flags on the far side of the field. Maybe a face mask or a late hit. So we'll have a lot to assess here, possibly offsetting penalties, but we'll wait for Scott Corso, the referee, to evaluate the two penalties. So that was about a 25-yard run by Flores, but if he comes back to the hold, that play will be canceled. And again, a long discussion, as it's 9:15 Eastern time. Glad I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so to my other job. All right, let's see. Corso with it's a holding penalty. And then we got a personal foul, late hit, so the always exciting offsetting penalties. So let's see where they put the ball down. They're coming way back. Oh, right to the 20-yard line, where they started.
On Holy Trinity 10 on MCC, so that's 5 net yards for MCC. They'll count it off.
All right, so it'll still be first down from their own 20. And let's see, are they moving the ball again? Oh, they're moving the ball again.
It'll be first down and 5 now for the Hustlers.
Oh, the always rare first and 5. Okay, so on the offsetting penalties, MCC actually benefited a little bit. So first and 5 for the Hustlers from their own 25. Double receivers right and left. McNabb gets the snap, hands it off. Flores around the left side. And Flores, I'll tell you, he's still on his feet. Noah Flores. I mean, he's not a very big guy, but he carries about 3 or 4 Holy Trinity players with him, and he gets the first down. He should have gotten maybe 1 yard, and he ended up getting 5 with great effort. So first down for the Hustlers. So a tremendous play. I mean, I don't know if that was great effort by Flores or just very bad tackling by Holy Trinity. I mean, he had about 3 or 4 guys on. They just could not bring him down. So first down for MCC from their own 31. Again, shotgun is McNabb. Triple receivers near side. McNabb will take it himself around the right side. And he will gain about 15 up to the 45-yard line. I'll tell you, McNabb that might have put him over 100 yards rushing, because again, he had a 60-yard touchdown run earlier. Add another 15 there, that's 75, and he's had some other nice runs tonight. So McNabb, the do-it-all quarterback. Maybe the high school version of Lamont Jackson, I don't know, or Lamar Jackson.
It's a 15-point lead for MCC.
Again, he's only a junior. He's got 1 more year to develop even more. All right, let's see. Do we have another flag? I don't know. Scott Corso is evaluating things. Oh, we got a personal foul. Holy Trinity. They're shooting themselves in the proverbial foot again. So this is a very undisciplined Holy Trinity team tonight, and Burley Brown is not going to put up with that.
stance, NCC close this out.
Not at all. The way Hurley Brown loves to play with limit penalties and making smart plays, playing fundamental football, this is going to be a lot that they're going to be able to discuss heading into next week with all these personal foul penalties. And, it's just things that can be avoided. Frankly, it's just you need to have better discipline,
Well, I think it's safe to say they're in double digits in penalties now, if not before, and triple yardage. All right, first down play from the 40. McNabb trying to get away. Great effort, but it will go. Well, he's still on his feet. Wow. And some late activity there, and hopefully no flags. So that will be a sack. I think that's the first sack for Holy Trinity tonight. Boy, McNabb made it so tough. Great effort, and has his helmet off. He looks like he's okay, but so McNabb, he might have to come off the field. His helmet is off. Yeah, I think McNabb has to come off for one play, so Kelly should be the quarterback. Looks like he's okay, but when your helmet gets knocked off, you got to sit out of play.
Probably for one of the games we're watching on Space Coast Daily TV. A close game still between O'Galley and Vero Beach. The game's in the fourth quarter. O'Galley leading 29-20. Be a huge win for Coach Sands and the O'Galley program to be able to get a big win against Vero Beach.
All right, so Kelly, the backup quarterback, gets the snap, hands it off. Flores once again, and this time good penetration by the Holy Trinity defensive line. Leading the charge, number 52, Griffin Brunger. And we got a late flag coming in. So probably a misconduct. I'll tell you, Scott Corso and his crew are really earning their paycheck tonight. They have been very busy with the penalties. Maybe sometimes overreacting to a few of them, but misconduct penalties. You can't have that. Let's see what we got here. Personal foul, Holy Trinity. Wow. They are unraveling. They are unraveling, Zach.
At this point, it's going to play. Personal foul is called.
There's just no excuse for it right now.
Well, they've had at least 3 or 4 personal foul penalties amongst their 10-plus penalties tonight. And MCC says, thank you very much. We'll just continue to drive down the field with you guys helping us out. And the line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. So first down for MCC for the Holy Trinity 27. Again, Holy Trinity just getting that touchdown on the long pass from Butler to Jensen. But again, showing a lot of undiscipline on that defense. Lack of discipline. All right, double receivers, right and left, actually triple receivers right. McNabb back to pass, looking left, ball caught by Woolard. Woolard toward the near sideline, and he skips out of bounds inside the 20-yard line to about the 19. And he'll gain about 7 on that play. And that'll bring up a second down. Clock stopped, 3:23 to go in the third quarter. At 29-14, so both teams with a touchdown in this third quarter.
2nd and 3 for the Hunters.
And it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter, 23-7 FCC at halftime, and now 29-14. Triple receivers right, single receiver left is Woolard. Here's the handoff to Kelly up the middle. Tries to get to the outside, and a nice shoestring tackle there. Wow, by Holy Trinity.
Very nice tackle. He doesn't get to him, he's still running.
That's 55, Bo Fleiss, who was the second leading tackler on Holy Trinity last year. He had 51. Second on the team behind Gibson, who had 52.
That one goes for no gain, and Holy Trinity looking to make a statement.
So no gain in that play, and it'll be third down.
For the scoreboard in their own.
And about 3. So McNabb lining up the troops, third down and 3 from the Holy Trinity 20. Double receivers left. McNabb takes a snap. Handoff Flores trying to dance around, and he'll get the first down again. I think he could have been stopped for no gain, but he's able to power his way to a first down. Gain of 3, first down, FCC.
That carries good for a Hustler. First down.
So another first down for the Hustlers. They're definitely in double digits in first downs tonight.
Riviera is 1-0. They beat Fort Pierre Central 10-7 in the defensive.
So it'll be a first down from the 16-yard line. They have to get to the 6 to get another first down, or 16 yards for another touchdown. McNabb out of the shotgun. Little handoff to Ward. We got a flag down far side. Willard will gain about 4, but we might have some sort of illegal motion on the far side. That's just a guess.
I feel like we're having a flag every other play here, JC.
Yeah, flag day, I think is in May. Well past May, so along with Memorial Day. Well, May's my birthday month on May 25th, so hopefully I'll make it for another May 25th. Anyway. All right, let's see. I'm looking for Scott Corso. He's talking to Hurley Brown in the far sideline, and let's see what we have. Okay, false start. I thought maybe it was a legal motion, but kind of close. False start on MCC, and now MCC is kind of picking up some penalties. You know, false starts are another one that it just has to get better as the season goes on. You know, you can almost excuse holding penalties to an extent, but false starts, that means you're not in sync on the offensive line, and I'll tell you, in football, I think the offensive line is really the most important part. All right, second down and 8. Again from about the 13. McNabb looking. He will rush it. He'll get up to the 10. He'll throw it. And was he past the line of scrimmage? I don't know, but touchdown. I don't see a flag down, so I guess he got rid of it before passing the line of scrimmage. That's another FCC touchdown, about a 15-yarder to, I think it was Woolard. And let's see. The Hustlers are kind of standing around. I thought maybe he went past the line of scrimmage. From my angle, I can't totally tell.
That's what they're discussing, JC. I think he might have been over the line, the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball, which would be an illegal forward pass. Yep, and that's exactly what it is. It's going to be 5 yards plus a loss of down.
Okay.
There it is, illegal forward pass.
Yeah, I guess right. I'm very proud of myself.
Beginner's luck, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I like being right now and then. All right, so again, McNabb is kind of losing his bearings on the field. I mean, that'll happen from time to time. It doesn't really happen that often. But he passed the line of scrimmage by a half yard or a yard. It wasn't much, but it was enough.
He probably looked like he could have ran for pretty close to that touchdown.
You know, that's a good point. I thought he should have probably just run for it. But he found Woolard. But canceled the touchdown, and now we got another whistle. And let's see, do we have a timeout? Yes, we do. Timeout Holy Trinity with 1:33 to go in the third quarter.
You're Hurley Brown right now. You know, this is a very important down. You got third down and about 11 coming up here for the Holy Trinity Tigers on the defense side of the ball. Pivotal that they shut this down here right now. Don't know what MCC's kicking game probably looks like right now. If they would try to kick and attempt a field goal like this, so if you get a stop, they might have to go for it. But a good opportunity for Holy Trinity. If you can put the clamps down here, get the ball back with only down 2 possessions, that's ball game.
Well, I talked to Willie Tillman about Stewart as a punter and as a kicker, and he's got a really good leg. So I mean, I think a field goal is always an option.
Wind is not going to be a factor right now. It is not blowing whatsoever. It is pretty standstill out there. So
Old Glory is taking a nap right now, so yeah, not much wind.
That's right.
Another one of my cliches, unfortunately. All right, so let's see what happens here. It's going to be third down. Let's see, they have to get to about the 6-yard line for a first.
To get to the first, they're going to be looking to get.
So it's third down and about 10. So McNabb once again shotgun. We got we got that mumbo jumbo 4 receiver look to the right side. Flores out to the far wide side. He will come in motion. And it's a fake jet sweep. As rolling out is McNabb. He throws and he gets batted down, incomplete. So one of the Holy Trinity players got his big arm up there and slapped it down.
Great heads up play there by Holy Trinity and knocking that ball up. Almost got an interception there. Now sets up 4th down and long, and now it's a decision time for head coach Willie Tillman.
Yeah, I think Stewart's coming out, number 14. So this will be a pretty long field goal, but again, Stewart's got a great leg.
About a 34-yard field goal coming up here for Stewart. But the big thing is the angle. You know, he's on the left hash. He's going to have to. It's not going to be a straight shot.
No wind. It's looking.
So again, you never know when you might need a critical field goal at a certain juncture in the game. So Stewart with a good test here.
Special teams has been a big part of this game. Yeah. You know, Holy Trinity would love nothing more than maybe a little block.
So this will be actually about a 35-yard attempt. 35-yard attempt. The snap is down. It's blocked. So that is the second. So we got a blocked punt and a blocked field goal by Holy Trinity. Really one of the two highlights of this game.
Oh, you know, just as I said, you know, look for the field goal block right there. But special teams has been a big part of this game, and there you go. Yeah. You get that field goal block, you get the ball back with 1:19 to go, down 2 possessions. It's a ball game.
Well, if you're Holy Trinity, you really needed that. I mean, down by 15, so it's a 2-score game, and you block the field goal. So maybe this can turn the game around. You know, you're always looking for those moments when you're struggling, and then you come up with a play like that. So we'll just have to see how they respond. So it'll be a first down for the Tigers from their own 16.
And if you're Holy Trinity, I'd look towards Jensen.
Yeah, Jensen or McMillan, but Jensen's really been the star tonight. Again, he's got at least 150 receiving yards.
I mean, just look at the size of him. And
he's got great size, yeah. Butler rolling out to the left. Throwing down the field to McMillan. He's double teamed. And I think he got it. He did at the 50-yard line. So that will be about 34 yards by Butler to McMillan. So he actually threw away from the triple receivers and threw it to McMillan, who was lined up on the far side solo. And McMillan made a great catch in between 2 defenders. So again, a big play there of about 34 yards, and Holy Trinity has the ball right at midfield, first down.
Great opportunity here for Holy Trinity to be able to capitalize on this near midfield right now. Move, no huddle.
Direct snap, ball thrown. McMillan has it on the slant. Up over the 40 to the 35 and to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20. So back-to-back first downs by the Tigers. Both passes from Butler to McMillan. And I don't know, we keep saying, you know, Holy Trinity's done. They're not going to come back. And now they're showing life again. 24 seconds to go in this third quarter. They look like they'll get the play off, but this could be the final play of the quarter, barring a penalty. Down to 15 seconds to go. Holy Trinity not in any hurry.
I'm seeing MCC a little bit on their heels right now on this drive. Good opportunity here for Holy Trinity. Maybe we try to cut deep right here.
Down to 3 seconds. Will they get the play off? I don't think so. No, they didn't get it off. That's the end of the third quarter. You know, more time to think about it if you're Holy Trinity. Maybe not a bad strategy. Take a break. So let's take a third quarter break. 29-14 MCC. We'll be back for the third quarter. This is Space Coast.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Okay, we're back. So Holy Trinity coming to life, down by 15 as we begin the fourth quarter, moving from right to left now. Shotgun, Butler throwing a screen pass to number 13, mystery player. He breaks away up to the 20, and he's down there. and he might have the first down depending on the spot. I think actually he's going to be short. So call it a gain of 9 and maybe 9.5 actually. And it's going to be second down and a very short 1 yard.
For Holy Trinity at the MCC 21.
So nice pass there by Butler out in the flat.
That was a nice play.
And the Tigers, I mean, if they score here, they can definitely make this a very interesting game.
And getting 9 yards.
Down by 15, trying to get it down to about 8.
Nice downfield passing.
Receiver out far side is Miles Smith. Shotgun, Butler will hand it off, Jaquez. And we got a penalty flag down far side of the field, so might have a false start or illegal motion. We'll see. That type of penalty where the flag was thrown, it's usually on the offense, so let's see what we have. And that's a false start. Boy, just silly penalties. I mean, you're Holy Trinity, you have some momentum here, and you're stopped by penalties. So they're backed up 5 yards. And now it'll be about a 2nd and 7, so not insurmountable, but ball brought back to the 27. So second down and 7. McMillan out to the far side. Jensen, the tall individual, out to the left. Shotgun. Butler gets the snap. He's looking. He's looking deep for McMillan. And it's incomplete, and don't see any flags. Good double team there by MCC. Let's see, 13, one of the guys back, Daniel Tolliver, the free safety. And also Howard DeWitt. So DeWitt and Tolliver combining on the double team and not giving McMillan a chance to catch the ball.
It is going to be.
All right, so big play here for Holy Trinity. I don't think the field goal is an option. I think this is definitely 4-down territory here.
Score update right now. O'Galley only off by 2 points against Vero Beach. That game is on Space Coast Daily TV. That game's coming down to the wire.
Okay. All right, double receivers out to the right, including McMillan. Jensen out lonely to the left. 3rd and 7. Butler looking, rolling out to the right, has time. He's still looking. He's backtracking. He's looking like Roger Staubach for the 70s, and he gets taken down. Well, Roger Staubach wore number 12 as well back 50 years ago, and Butler trying to create something, and pretty good blocking, but eventually got sacked. The sack is back to the 38. So loss of at least 10 on that play, and now it brings up 4th down. And even if they're thinking about a field goal there, it's well out of Canales' range. And I don't think you punt here. I think you just have to go for it. And again, look for Jensen or McMillan downfield. And Hurley Brown has called a timeout with 9:56 to go in the game. 29-14 MCC. So again, O'Galley and Vero Beach, we are eyeballing that game. So 29-27 O'Galley. Wow. Well, we figured that'd be a good matchup, and that's exactly what it's turned out to be. Well, I hope Paul Tipton and Gary Paris are having a good time calling that game. They're the Vero Beach announcers. I've known them for 20 years. Great guys, and I'm sorry I'm missing them over at O'Galley. I'd love to see them again. I worked with them a lot when I was doing Sebastian River, and Sebastian River would play Vero Beach for a string of about 4 or 5 years. Those guys also do basketball for Vero Beach. So that game going down to the wire, and really a good test for both teams, particularly O'Galley. I mean, Vero Beach has been a power, going way back to the Billy Livings era. Vero Beach's only state title came in 1981 when Billy Livings was getting the program off the ground. But every year they're really good. Gotten to a couple of semifinals over the years. So good test for O'Galley and Coach Sands. All right, it's 4th down and at least 20. So shotgun, Butler, triple receivers left. Butler is looking. He's looking over the middle. And it's going to be, I think, intercepted. It is intercepted, as there were about 3 yellow shirts in the area. It was like triple coverage. And the odds are going to be with you on that. And let's see if we can see who came up with the INT.
His first interception as a hustler, and it's a glorified punt on a fourth.
So again, an interception. I don't see any flags, so MCC is going to take over.
I think that's the first turnover.
This opportunity. It's still not over yet for Holy Trinity. Still a lot of time left. That's a huge damper on them trying to make a comeback there. You would have loved to try to get a first down there and continue that try to get 2 points up and make it a one-score game. But still 9:47 to go here. MCC would love nothing more to get a few first downs, lead this clock a little bit, get some points up on the board and hit a home game.
Well, again, Butler desperately trying to make a play. You got to admire him for that, but throwing that ball into heavy coverage, and he got picked off. Well, if you're MCC here, you're up by 15, so the motto now is just ball control.
Run power offense. You don't really need to change anything to chew the clock. Just keep it
I mean,
on the ground and
keep the ball on the ground, keep churning that clock. So McNabb in the shotgun with Kelly beside him, and I think he got another timeout. Timeout, Melbourne Central Catholic. And here come the cheerleaders coming back, celebrating that interception. Good look at the cheerleaders on our screen there. So 9:47 to go, 29-14. Again, this is the season over for both teams. Again, both teams coming off wins last week. 45-6 for MCC over Lake Brantley. And then on the road, Holy Trinity went, and it was a long bus trip. They picked up a 14-7 win over Southwest Florida Christian. Of course, neither of those games counted, but got tune-ups for this game. And again, Holy Trinity, I mean, showing some resiliency, but I mean, they really put themselves in a hole early with all the penalties. And that might have been the nail in the coffin, that interception by MCC. We'll have to wait and see. Wouldn't call it over yet, but a couple of first downs here will pretty much put this game to bed.
You definitely want to make sure that if you're Holy Trinity, that you don't give up a long drive here. You need to get a 3 now, get that ball back to your offense. If you could do that, you should get pretty good field position here. But that's one of the good things is that that interception kind of pinned MCC deep.
All right, double receivers both sides, motion Flores, or actually it's Willard, and now a big play by McNabb, 50, 40, 30, 20, he is gone. Let's see if it's down. I do see a couple of different players, one on each team, another long touchdown run. His first one was 60 yards, and that one was about 90. And again, McNabb so quick getting out there, he would not be stopped. He was pretty much gone after he ran about 40 yards and a lot of green grass in front of him.
Against his former team.
That was on a sprint there.
Untouched through the hole and nobody could
JC, man, the amount of speed that Brogan McNabb exhibited there was freaking stunning. I mean, there's nobody was going to catch him in this game.
He's got to have close to 200 yards, if not already.
A great job there. Now this game is looking very, very hard for Holy Trinity to maybe find any path maybe back to getting back into this game now. Down 3 scores with 9:33 to go. It's going to be quite the challenge.
Yeah, so McNabb actually has 3 touchdowns, but they're all on the ground. He has no passing touchdowns. The extra point is good by Stewart. Now it's 35-14. So last week, McNabb had 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers, and tonight he has 3 rushing touchdowns. Again, one of 60 and one of about 90. I think it's safe to say that he has rushed for over 200 yards in this game, maybe about 100 in passing. So I mean, that would be a 300-yard total game for McNabb, and most of it coming on the ground.
For Brogan McNabb and the MCC Hustlers,
I'd have to say that'll do it. It's now
as the Hustlers lead
it's now a 24-point deficit. Well, it's a 3-score game, but 9:33 to go, and not much time for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's the thing about this team. You come in, most times you expect.
So Stewart line picks up for the kickoff.
If you wrap them up, you're probably going to.
As I hear Neil Diamond in the background, one of my favorite performers. Saw him in Los Angeles about 30 years ago at the Forum. Did a great job, and now suffering from Parkinson's disease. God bless Neil Diamond. One of the greats. His music will go on forever. All right, Stewart with the kickoff coming up.
They just play outside the box, but that's fine. If it works.
So Stewart with a kickoff from his own 40. Sends a line drive, middle of the field to one hopper at the 10-yard line, taking to the 15, to the 20, 25, and put down there about the 25-yard line, about a 15-yard return for Holy Trinity. It'll be a first down from their own 25-yard line, and the one that took the kickoff is still down on the ground and not getting up right away, and they're calling the trainer out.
I think it was the return man for Holy Trinity.
A little Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, one of his many great hits, along with Cherry Cherry from 1967, which I think was his first big hit. I'll tell you, a friend of mine once went to a Neil Diamond concert. He was working out. He took an elevator ride with Neil Diamond. Just said he was just a great guy to talk to. Call me Neil. You don't have to call me Mr. Diamond. That's what a friend of mine told me. So, celebration in the stands as it looks like this game is over. 36-14, 9:27 to go. But now we got another injured player. This time it's Holy Trinity. The young man is down, and he's getting up, so he's probably done for the evening. He's hopping off. That's number 13, the mystery player. We hope he's okay. So both teams coming out to the field. So Holy Trinity have a first down from their own 25 when we resume. So again, Willie Tillman, first year for MCC, again Purdue graduate, 1998, played in the Alamo Bowl. Joe Tiller, the late Joe Tiller, was his head coach back in the day. All right, first down for Holy Trinity from their own 25. Triple receivers left. Rolling out is Butler. Throws. And it's complete. Oh, he threaded that ball beautifully in between them on three players. And catching the ball was Gibson. I don't know how Butler got that ball to Gibson. There were three yellow shirts right in the area, and he threaded that beautifully for a gain of 9, second and 1. That might have been Butler's most impressive pass of the night. Talk about threading the needle, which sometimes as a quarterback you have to do. But again, the time is the enemy of Holy Trinity. Clock running, 8:50 to go, so quick huddle by the Tigers. They'll send Jensen and Gibson out to the far side along with Butler. That is the triple receivers out to the right, single receiver left. I imagine that's Jensen. Second and 1.
At their own 34.
And the fake play goes to Butler, and Butler passes it to Butler. So it's Butler to Butler. Those two are brothers. So older brother, the senior, younger brother, the sophomore. That was forced to Duke on that play.
First down, and that one looked like
That might be something to talk about at their table in the Butler household. So the Butler did do it on that play.
Kind of reading what the overhang's doing.
All right, first down from the 41. Clock continues to run, 8:05 to go. Again, 36-14, Melbourne Central Catholic. Shotgun, Butler will hand it off up the middle. Goes to Jaquez, and Jaquez, one of his best runs of the night. He'll gain about 12, and that'll be another Holy Trinity first down. They'll mark it at the 47. Jacoby Pelletier on the tackle for the Hustlers.
Can't predict it, but if you're going to run, it's going to need to be a positive run if you're going to keep it on the ground.
And Kelly back in, this time defensively for MCC, and we got another player down. This might be a cramp. Let's see. And if they hold the leg straight up in the air, that'd be the case, and we'll see what's going on here. Okay, it's Carmani Williams, and it doesn't look terribly serious, but he might be done for the evening.
Number 12 from the Hustler, Carmani Williams.
So Carmani Williams, a junior linebacker, he goes out, and it looks like it could be an arm injury of some sort. So again, kind of an unofficial timeout. Holy Trinity to the sidelines, trying to figure something out here. So Holy Trinity's had their share of, pretty good plays tonight, but just not enough. Again, the penalties just overshadowing, the good stuff that has happened. What is the good stuff? Well, they had a block punt, which led to their first touchdown.
Trailing by 3 scores.
And a couple of long passes from Butler and Jensen.
They still have to get a 2-point
All right, Butler, back to pass, has time. Flushed out of the pocket. He will run it. And there's a jarring hit. The ball goes out of bounds. So that was a fumble, but it went out of bounds. So Holy Trinity will maintain possession. That will be a gain of about 2. And even though the ball went out of bounds, the clock continues to run. We have exactly 7 minutes to go in the game. And again, Holy Trinity kind of taking too much time here, but you know, you want to get organized. And now they're going to call a timeout, it looks like. I assume it's a, well, no timeout. I thought Scott Corso said timeout, but we'll play on here. All right, second down and 11, just over midfield. Shotgun Butler, triple receivers left side, a single receiver out to the right. Rolling out, Butler. He throws. It's incomplete. So it's off the hands of Kristen Gibson, the tight end. Incomplete, now bring up third down.
That's one gotta have.
That'll stop the clock with 6:47 to go. So again, Hurley Brown will have a lot to talk about. Probably, I guess the team will probably meet either Saturday or Sunday morning, and they'll look at the film and they'll dissect the good plays. Again, the two highlights really, Butler to Jensen, 75 and 73 yards. The 73-yarder resulted in a touchdown. The block punt was certainly a highlight. But other than that, too many penalties and just sloppiness. All right, third down and 11, just over midfield. Butler rolling out right, throws, and it's complete. Can he get to the first down marker? No, he'll be shy about 5 yards as the receiver gets over the 45 to about the 43, and 13 actually caught the ball. He just got taken out of the game, but he's back in. Again, mystery player. Caden Kelly on the stop for the Hustlers. So for Holy Trinity, this might be their last offensive play of the game. It's going to be 4th down and 5 from the MCC 43.
This may just decide this one. It's going to be 4th down.
Again, clock running with 6:04 to go, and now exactly 6 minutes to go in this one. Again, a great rivalry between these two schools. Again, MCC has won 11 of the 17 matchups. Looks like it's going to be 12 out of 17. 4th and 5. Shotgun Butler has it. Throws. And let's see. I think it's incomplete. Incomplete, far side, and turnover on downs. MCC will have it. And you would think they'd be pretty successful there in trying to run out the clock. Certainly a couple of first downs should do it.
First and 10 of their own 48. I don't know who got the little push there.
So the Hustlers will take over. And I guess McNabb is going to come out. I'd almost take McNabb out of the game and just save him because he is such an important player. Again, 3 rushing touchdowns tonight, one of 60 and one of about 90.
He's taking some punishment tonight, and he's taking some hits. And you know, you're going to need him for the rest of the year. So any chance that you had to try to save those hits, at the very least, you know, this is just handoff, you know, and game manager, and not to try to put him in harm's way right now. You know what? 22 points.
McNabb's coming out, so Kelly should be in a quarterback. So good, I think smart move by Willie Tillman. So Kelly will be a quarterback. So again, he is the backup quarterback for the Hustlers. He was the backup quarterback last year as well. All right, so first down here.
Still in the game. 5:43 to go.
And again, yeah, McNabb's out of the game, so shotgun.
McNabb going to throw it here on first
And it's
down.
throwing it down the field, and it's intercepted. Taking it at the 31-yard line, up to midfield to the 45, and about a 20-yard return. That is number 15, and that is the Duke Butler on that interception. So a turnover, and it'll be Holy Trinity ball.
That was Brogan McNabb in there at quarterback, and just a very, very poor decision there to, you know, in that situation where you can just run the clock out. Now you give Holy Trinity some life, and with 5:29 to go, In that situation, you just want to run the ball, run the clock out. You know, I think Holy Trinity was more than probably conceded at that point.
Why are you throwing it downfield? You're right. I don't get it.
I don't think so, especially down.
All right, first down for Holy Trinity from the 43 of MCC.
Now the MCC 43 force Butler.
And Butler's still in there, rolling out left, trying to buy some time. They'll throw it down the field, double coverage, and it's intercepted. So again, Butler trying to make a play. They threw it intended for McMillan, but it was intercepted by number 18. Amari Savage, just a sophomore. Great double team there, and Savage coming down with it. And MCC has the ball back, and I would just think now, ball control and get out of here with no more injuries.
All right, run the ball, you know, and in a situation like this, you're... Well, I guess we had a flag on that play.
Actually, really? Wow. Let's see.
I think we have a cheese.
Then our referee is Scott Corso. Oh, pass interference on MCC.
Wow.
Okay.
And that'll be 15 yards, first down, Holy Trinity. So penalties fall in their favor now. But what does not fall in their favor is the time on the clock right now. 5 minutes and 18 seconds.
So Holy Trinity will maintain possession.
Yeah, I mean, you draw the pass interference, and
well, again, Butler threw that into double coverage. I don't know if I saw much interference, but I guess there was some push that went too far, and they called it. All right, so the Tigers will be trying to cling to life here. It'll be first down from the Hustler 30. Shotgun Butler, back to pass. He throws it over the middle toward the end zone. And let's see, does he have it?
Oh my God, did you catch that?
No, it's incomplete. Again into double coverage.
Oh, what an effort.
Trying to see if that was McMillan or Jensen against far side of the field. And it was probably one of the two, but hard to see. It was McMillan, okay. So incomplete.
What an effort there by...
What an effort by McMillan to be able to get up there and to try to make a play on that. I mean, that was very close.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think you just continue to keep making a couple more shots here. Maybe throw to Jensen now. Jensen's at the top side of your screen.
Yeah, Jensen split out to the far side. So second and 10. Butler throws it. It's intercepted. Intercepted. And Butler will make the tackle. And MCC has another interception. This latest one will count. And they'll take over at about their own 45-yard line.
The last Hustler, their second.
Multifaceted turnover and touchdown.
41-yard line.
Behind Kelly and Flores,
Do we have a final on O'Galley and Vero? I'm very curious about that game, so we'll try and get that 4:30 to go in this one.
and about 4 here for MCC.
So again, McNabb still in the quarterback.
47.
Second down and 4 from his own 47.
Mix of starters and depth players for MCC.
Double receivers out to the left. I would think he would keep it on the ground here.
Second down and 4.
And he will. He'll hand it off to DeWitt. And DeWitt will easily get the first down. He'll gain about 15 up over the 40 to about the 39. And we got a player down for MCC.
That'll stop the clock.
Again, we'll have to see if that's a cramp or something worse. Again, as painful as those cramps are, we are rooting for the cramp.
As 3:55 to go with the clock stop.
And the man is up very quickly. That's good. That is 55, Bo Fleiss.
O'Galley's a winner.
O'Galley holds on to beat Vero Beach. Was it 29-27?
Yes.
Okay, well, that is a great win for Chris Sands and the O'Galley program. Whenever you get to be the Vero Beach team, that is a quality win. So Vero Beach goes to 0-1. Oh, Vero Beach does not have too many 0-1 starts in their history, but that's what the case is. And of course, O'Galley goes to a 1-0.
Bring up another first down scenario.
So again, here 36-14, clock running, 3:35 to go. MCC well in control of this one. It'll be a first down from the Holy Trinity 40. And the handoff goes to DeWitt. Seeing some late action in the backfield. Neil's wrapped up, and he'll be dropped for about a 3-yard loss, getting in the stop. Andrew Zabinski, you almost scored a touchdown on that block punt, so I was able to get it down to the 5. So Zabinski in on the stop.
Looking ahead for MCC.
Clock ticking, 3:05 to go, so I think MCC has finally decided, let's just keep the ball on the ground, let's not get anybody hurt, and let's get out of here with some more healthy players.
So that's going to be a huge game for them.
So it'll be second down, and second down called about 14. So again, shotgun McNabb has a player in the backfield. I'm guessing it's Kelly. And the handoff goes up the middle. Actually, it's Kelly, yeah. Kelly up at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and that will be about a 20-yard gain for Caden Kelly. Well, you know what? If you hand it off and you're running, I mean, it's not like you're running up to score. It's a running play. So, if you're Kelly, you're going to try and do the best you can, and you got 20 yards out of it. Well, again, last week, MCC scored 45 against Lake Brantley. They'll get close to that, but if they score here, a touchdown, it'll be at least 42, maybe 43. So back-to-back 40-point weeks. Certainly Willie Tillman has to like that. We'll see what happens here, though. First down from about the 17. Shotgun, McNabb. He will keep it up the middle. He's had a big rushing night. He is probably over 200 yards in rushing. And he'll gain about 3 there. As Jack Wes gets into the stop. So he gains about 3.
Foundation Academy.
And it's up to the 16. They have to get to about the 6
Holy Trinity
for a first down.
Next 3 weeks of action.
So second down and call it about 8. Clock runs, 1:43 to go. MCC certainly in no hurry, but they might try and tack on a score here.
To Hardyville, South Carolina in 3 weeks.
All right, McNabb, shotgun, hands it off. Kelly up the middle. Kelly to the 5. Kelly into the end zone, it looks like. And I guess he's short. He is barely short. He's got to be about the 1-yard line. So about a 15-yard run there by Kelly. And he is, I think, he is pretty much inside the 1.
Not too bad.
So McNabb coming to the sidelines. He'll go out back to the field with DeWitt. Green checks out of the lineup. Well, I'll tell you, if McNabb does a quarterback sneak here, he could have 4 rushing touchdowns in one game. I mean, did Randall Cunningham ever have 4 rushing touchdowns in a game? Maybe. Maybe in high school he did. But for a quarterback to have 4 rushing touchdowns, that is unusual. Oh, he hands it off instead, touchdown. So he decided, hey, I'm going to give Caden Kelly a touchdown for being such a good teammate, and Kelly brings it in for the score with 43 seconds to go, and there go the cheerleaders getting another great workout as it's now 42-14. So Will Stewart will come on for the extra point. So this one is definitely into the vault. And MCC is going to go to 1-0. Holy Trinity is going to go to 0-1. Again, both teams on the road next week. Again, Holy Trinity goes up to Orlando Christian, and again, MCC goes for a playoff rematch against Trinity Catholic up in Ocala, up in the horse country. And
The extra point
Ocala Trinity Catholic definitely has the horses.
so far tonight.
All right, kick is up by Stewart. Off the Kelly hold, and it's good. So timeout of the field, just 43 seconds to go in this one. It is 43-14 in favor of MCC. Again, a final score over in O'Galley. The Commodores, I don't know if it's the biggest win in their history, but when you beat Vero Beach and it's a regular season game, maybe it's one of the more bigger regular season wins that they've ever had. And again, they win at home 29-27, so they'll be celebrating in Commodore country all over the weekend. And Vero Beach Indians with a rare loss. So they go to 0-1.
Looking solid so far. Again, Trinity Catholic is going to be an uphill battle.
Cocoa was victorious against Titusville, so Cocoa handled their business against the Titusville Terriers. So now the Cocoa heads on the road next week against Mainland, which will be a very big matchup. And what can you say about the talent at Cocoa? We got Brady Hart, who committed to Michigan, and you got Javen Boggs, who just flipped his commitment from Missouri to UCF.
Didn't he originally commit to Ohio State?
He was Ohio
So
State.
he's changed his mind like 2 or 3 times. Well, I'm a
The
UCF.
day and age of NIL.
Well, you know what? I'm a UCF grad, so I'm proud that he's going to be a Knight.
There you go.
12-6 in favor of MCC since 2004.
All right, so Stewart with another kickoff. He has been busy on extra points and kickoffs tonight. Gets his right foot into it, and he moves this one into the end zone. It's only his second touchback of the night, but still a good kicking game for Mr. Stewart.
Once again, I'd like to thank all our
And
sponsors.
Holy Trinity will get maybe 1 or 2 plays here, and then this game will be in the books.
Insurance. I'll put network on the bottom banner for the final stretch of this game. Can't forget our title sponsor.
Well, again, MCC coming off a 9-3 season last year, went to the second round of the playoffs, again lost to Trinity Catholic. So yeah, they went 2-8 the previous year. Really bounced back nicely last year.
We've seen a lot of big.
Had a great run under Coach Riazzi 15, 20 years ago. A couple of 11-1 seasons and a 9-2 season. And Coach Riazzi certainly still beloved here at MCC.
How they go. Off to the right start. Absolutely.
All right, Holy Trinity again. They might get 1 or 2 plays in here. I would think they would just keep it on the ground. You don't want to risk anybody getting
We have a
hurt.
district game next.
You know, if you pass it down the field, who knows what could happen. I'd be safer than sorry here.
I don't know anything
Okay,
about
shotgun, back to pass.
Butler
Long throw down the field.
Down the field.
And it might have been caught. Let's see. Far sideline.
No, incomplete.
Incomplete, okay.
That was a very tough hit, though.
At this point, I would have just.
Hate to see that with 30 seconds left in the game. You don't want to put your body on the line in a blowout now. If you're Holy Trinity.
And that was Rico Pietrago, the backup quarterback.
That's Rico
To Butler.
as well. And
He's got a pretty good arm. That was about a 40-yard pass.
Jackson Robb and Logan Pettit.
But it falls incomplete, second down to the 20, and now they might get 2 more plays in with 35 seconds to go.
It is second down and 10 for Holy Trinity at their own 20 after the deep incomplete pass. 35 seconds to
And
go.
also Jensen's still in the game, out to
I
the
guess
far
Holy
side.
Trinity's still going for it, trying to get some points on the board. Whatever it's worth.
And we got triple receivers out to the near side.
Trips near side. Jensen
Pietrago, second and 10.
Pietrago drops back.
Rolling out to the right.
Rolls out right.
He'll
Pietrago
throw it,
run, he'll find
and
Jensen
it's
on the
caught.
route. Jensen will get
So
out of
pretty
bounds.
good play there. That'll be a gain of about 20, up to 39. Pietrago, by the way, did have 2 touchdown passes last week, and again in a game that doesn't count as the kickoff classic, but against Southwest Florida Christian, he had the 2 touchdown passes, which resulted in the 14-7 win. So he's got a bit of an arm. Clock ticking, 15 seconds to go. Holy Trinity really in no hurry, but looks like they'll get 1 more play off with 10 seconds remaining. First down for their own 40.
I want to make sure we thank everybody here for tuning in. You can watch the replay of this game on spacecoastdaily.com. It has a deep pass across the right side of the field intended for Jensen and an incomplete pass. But you can go back, you can watch this game on spacecoastdaily.com on YouTube and the Facebook page. And JC, I just want to say great job, and thank you. We'll see you next week, and go ahead and close it out for us.
Okay. Well, again, it's a big score of 43-14. They go 1-0. Holy Trinity drops to 0-1. And we wish both of these teams best of luck for the rest of the season. And maybe Zach and I will see one of these two teams or both of them down the road. But again, thanks for tuning in. Another high school football season is underway, week 1. We look forward to week 2 next week. So thank you for watching and have a great weekend. Good night.